Behold the wizard. Beware his powers. Unspeakable powers. He is the wizard. The mystical wizard.
Greetings, travelers, Wiz Kids, and Wordplayers, and it is another Wednesday, which means it is Wow Wednesday once again, and I am joined, as always, by the Gremlin King himself, Samurai Snowman.
Shoo shoo, origato. Thanks for having me, brother. How are you, man?
I am good. Jesker says that he's coming. To TMI, Jesker, but
Yeah, man. Disgusting.
You know,
Hail Preston.
we
What's up,
hail
brother?
Preston. And Swan should be sleeping, as she is sleepy, so she will not be here tonight. And everyone else is at other people's streams watching, so hopefully they make their way over here. But
We're the only two motherfuckers you guys will ever need. Those flock over.
yeah, I mean, what else do you need? Like, did you not see all the clips and the shorts and the puns that I
We're on
posted?
fire.
Right? Like, yeah, like, but no, if you haven't been paying attention, you know, we crossed over 100 subscribers, which gave you a nice upgrade for the channel. Dave is here. He says, "What's up, gents?" Hello, Dave.
What's up, Dave?
Preston says, should be called Virgin and the Snowman. I mean, that's like a radio show or like a Virgin and the Snowman. Snowman. No, we crossed over 100 subscribers, which, like I said, upgraded the channel.
Why'd you
I'm
call
gonna start
Wizard
doing
the Snowman, Preston?
perfectly timed, Snowman, not at all delayed.
I'm on the devil's lettuce, as they say.
Yeah, you're doing the devil's lettuce, yeah.
That's
elevating the show a little bit there. It explains the himbo-ness that you seem to have.
Yeah, I'm not fully retarded, just partially, and
just
I got
that
some
right amount.
substances that add
that
to
nice
it,
little, So upgrade, like I said, more videos, more, including a stream, the gaming stream we did on Saturday. That was a fun time. Everyone showed up for that and celebrated crossing 100 subs. Jesker is here. Hello.
Yeah. You know, how does it go? A twink is neither early nor late, but always on time. Blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
You know,
That's what I
Twinkies
read
never
about.
expire. That's what they say.
I am going to use that from now on.
Speaking of twinks, Preston asked, "How high are you, Snowman?"
Oh, that's a good question, brother. Let me get back to you in like 35 seconds with a really good
No.
response.
Like, nah, bro, like normal. Like, I'm 6 foot. Like,
I'm good. How are you? Hi, how are you?
yeah. Like, are you high? You mean, what do you mean high? Like, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Like, what's, yeah, hi, how are you? Like, yeah, what's there's that one. Like, I'm good. How are you? Yeah. Anyway, so, and as you can see, we also have, I've decided 100 subs is good enough for me to start milking you all. So, you know, assume the position and prepare to be milked, as I have now implemented ways for you to send me money and, you know.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Monetize my fans, as it were. So if you type !tip in the chat, you will hopefully be given a link to my stream elements where you can send me a tip. And
the grift has begun, baby.
The grift has begun. Yes. And as well as comic book work. Continuing on, I also have now started a coffee account, which you can access with KOFI, which will be like you're buying a membership where you will get early access to certain videos, as well as exclusive comic process related videos and exclusive posts building or seeing the process of me making my comic. So we're going full steam ahead because gotta start making that money, right? As we begin the long march to 500 subs. But anyway, Snowman, how was your week?
It's been good, man. Fucking work's been a bitch. Pretty much that's just all I've been doing all week, just working my ass off. But I'm alive, baby. We're living.
Yeah, we're living. Any drawing?
Yeah, mostly just kind of doing my exercises and my practices, not really drawing anything cool or crazy from imagination. Past few days, just trying to practice.
And Jesker, how was yours?
Facts.
I mean,
And,
It happened.
you streamed.
I mean, it was definitely a week that occurred in history.
One of the weeks of all time, honestly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
of all the weeks I've ever had, it was definitely one of them.
Exactly. What are we talking about tonight?
Well, we have a lot. We have a full plate, really, of stuff. We got Assassin's Creed news, we got DC news, we got Marvel news. We got. I have some stories set aside that if we are strapped for time, that tailor made for each of you to talk about what you want to talk about. One Gun asks, "Where is your artwork, Samurai Snowman?" Well, it's right here. One Gun. If you type Snowman exclamation point Snowman, it'll give you the link to Snowman's Twitter, and you can follow him. You can look at all of his art right there. He's not monetizing himself like I am, because
not right now. I got a long way.
He's
to
a
go
rich,
for that,
super rich, mega crypto bazillionaire.
yeah,
and,
I couldn't afford a brain though, huh?
Yeah, no, he burnt it all away with the
Yeah,
burning
spent
bush.
all my stats on strength and have 0 in intel.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's all charisma, all strength, but he's
You can beat the game that way.
That's true. You can brute force it.
But yeah, One Gun, I would love for you to check my shit out. I'm total sub amateur. But
One Gun says
look
he's
at
nuked his Twitter. Well, then nowhere else. So.
This is like the third time since I've known him that he said that he's gonna hop off Twitter.
Yeah, until Blue Sky dies, and then he'll be like, seriously, guys, this is the last time. Like, what was it, Elon? Was it Elon ran you away?
Yeah, well, I hope he doesn't change it too much, man. It's fine as is. I feel like it could use even a little less censorship.
Well, now because he's gonna start like censoring it to like his own like stuff, to suit his own morality.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Allegedly, we don't. Everyone likes to doom and gloom about
It was supposed to be
Elon.
World War III for the past year now. It's just Russia and Ukraine, really. But that's possible at any second. I hope to God there's not a World War III, man. The world's got to get finished. Give me 50 more years, and then you can do.
Well,
World
I mean,
War III.
that's being in World War is what made a lot of the great comics, right? In the aftermath of World War II.
Well, shit, World War II. I mean, that was after. I mean, there's a lot of good inventions that came out of that shit, wasn't there?
Yeah, war breeds invention, and all that stuff.
There was also a lot of dead people because of it that didn't get to enjoy those inventions.
Preston Moore tipped me $5. Thank you, Preston, for the tip. We don't really. I mean, I've never had to play a clip on here before, but I mean, I don't really have any because I was wanting to use it more for sound.
Damn, nice, Preston.
We'll have to figure out what we want to do for tips and stuff. But thank you, Preston. Anyway, my week was, like I said, we had the the stream when we cross over 100 subs, and then I drew stuff for the comic. I'm working on a preview book that will come out before the actual book. That'll be free, and it'll kind of get you hyped up, right? And it'll be like, what are we gonna get when we pick up this book in September? And I can also test out. Hold on. I gotta test one. I programmed a few of these chat bots recently, just because I was in there setting up the donate thing, and then I'm like, what else can I throw in here? So there are some fun ones that we will discover as time goes on. But I have set up a thing for the comic. Preston says I did it to be first. Well, you were the first. You were the first.
Historic moment, ladies.
Historic
and
first. Preston, the very first tipper. Yeah, so it is what I thought it is, just comic. Okay, so I haven't tested this because you can only test the bot when your stream's actually live. So if you type !comic, you should get it doesn't work. Dang it, I thought it would. Well, that bot will have to be taken out and shot. It was supposed to get like an actual countdown to when the book was going to be out, but the math is not there, sadly. So
Still kind of cool. You can kind of do that almost. You almost got it.
Yeah, like it's basically like the code is right. It's that the stream elements chat bot isn't programmed for it. So I'll just have to just say a thing that it's like it's gonna come out on this day. Like, oh well, we'll see what comes of it. Anyway, so that picture that I made will not be shown on here, as it is now it's marked exclusive for the coffee members, and that only cool people or coffee members have seen the picture I did the other day. Snowman got to see it. You know, he saw the work that went into it to really finalizing the character design, right? That I had.
I saw a couple. Are you talking about? Was it a cover? One of the covers you did?
Well, it's not a cover. It was just more like a fun drawing I just did to, like, you know, fuck around and kind of get the character design how I wanted. It was just, and so it's on there. It's just like here's the, thing. I might find a way to use it, like, yeah, if I do like a trading card type deal, but we'll see. I might end up making better ones down the line. Who knows? But anyway, so that's on the coffee account. Please consider getting a membership. It's $3, but you can go as high as you want. So if you want to be completely insane and be like, here's $100 a month, then feel free. But please do not do that, because like I wouldn't know what to do with it if I got it. But yeah. So then I got a Christmas gift, a belated Christmas gift, one of a few that are still going to be coming out, because I mentioned I've been waiting on one. And this one was sent to me. And whoever it was really like knows what it is that I like, right? Knows a lot about me, and also really wanted to like help the channel, I feel like, too, in some way. But I got the Mighty Thor Epic Collection Volume 1, which comes with like the early stories of Thor with the Jack Kirby art and
nice.
the vintage style storytelling, which also has the issues that I hadn't caught up to when I stopped reading. So I'll be able to go back, definitely reread it, go back through, and get back on track with doing it without pirating this time. Completely legitimate. So yeah, that was about my week. I feel like that's.
When are you and Thor getting married?
Thor is a fictional character, Jesker.
And he is way out of Wizards League.
way out of my league, and also not attracted to men, unlike Jesker.
Got him.
So
I am not
anyway-
attracted. Look, me and Cynic have been over this. All right, I'm not attracted to men. I'm attracted to female family members.
Yep.
all right, y'all, that's your one for the stream. Are you good using that?
Yeah, Cynic's not here. I have no reason to.
Well, I mean, he
Delve
might
into
pop in
further.
later, and then you're gonna try to use it, and then I'll get you immediately kicked off the stream.
Wait, isn't he still
Or
streaming
no,
with Ruby?
I think he said he's gonna
He
definitely
said
come
he'll be
on,
on
but-
here though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's how it's gonna work. If you want to
God.
re up your incest joke, you got to pay me money.
oh, God bless
You get
him.
one free
Yeah,
one, the
or
rest ones you gotta
gotta-
pay for.
I blew my
Or
load.
you gotta say
early.
the N word with
Yep.
the hard R at the end, really loud. So
Oh, okay. Well,
how you-
that's easy.
Anyway,
I have too much respect for you, Wizard.
yeah. But yeah, and then I played more Marvel Rivals, working towards that Thor suit, playing all that, and like I said, it was on the stream. You can watch me play Marvel Rivals with these guys all talking. We all had fun. Everyone talked about how much they love that stream, and we'll hope to do the gaming streams again, but I'm not going to try to force it. So anyway,
that shit was fun,
speaking
dude.
of, yeah, it was great. It's a great time. Speaking of video games, there is some Assassin's Creed news that's not the one that I advertised first, but the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake has some possible rumors and leaks about what exactly we're going to be getting. There's said to be more than just a visual upgrade, which really is what the game needs. It doesn't need anything else, but they tried to steal from the Singaporean government, so now we got to get like this whole thing. But then we're also getting upgraded gameplay mechanics, apparently. Combat and ecosystem around wildlife, which means that you can probably fight like cougars now and stuff, or the panthers or whatever. The panthers that attack you, and maybe some like wild pigs. It's built on the upgraded Anvil engine, which means it's what the modern Assassin's Creed uses. And it may launch as early as November 2025. This is what I was kind of fearing, I feel. Which is, let's take a game that was already great and let's modernize it with all of our modern stuff and then kind of fuck it all up, right? So I don't know. I'm not you're kind of losing me here, Ubisoft, and according from what we're reading now coming out from their stuff is they're really seeking that buyout. So it might be that we're not getting no Ubisoft anymore after this, and that if Shadows bombs, then they're just done, right? Like they're probably gonna hang everything up. But
Yeah, they're gonna go the way of Diamond.
yeah, like it's just yeah. So like I said, all Black Flag needed was a remaster and remove the multiplayer from it and let me be able to just platinum that game, and it would be great. Now this is what I'm fearing. It's going to be tacked on modern Assassin's Creed combat and parkour and all that onto the blood and the skull and bones like world. And it's just gonna be bad. So I mean, I still have my physical copy of Black Flag Original, so no matter what, I'm happy to always be able to play it. And hopefully we get like a Shadow of the Colossus type situation where the thing they put out sucks, and then so they do the other one again properly. But because it was like, I think it was when they put out the remaster of Shadow of the Colossus, it was really bad, and then they just went and did a full-blown remake. So do that, but in reverse is what I want. So but luckily,
Yeah, I have no hope for Ubisoft. Zero.
Yeah.
Nada. I mean, it's just I don't know, man. Like, it's the more you look into like the news coming out, it's one bad thing after another, and it's depressing. I'm just, yeah. I mean, I get the sense like you've kind of lost all hope as well. in this company.
Yeah, I've slowly the benefits of the doubts that I was willing to give them around Valhalla time has slowly dwindled, and even like Mirage, where it was like, hey, I could give you like do more of this, but they're like, yeah, we're not going to do that though, and it's like, well, I honestly hope whoever buys them can just steer the course, but
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one wallowing in this pit of despair.
like,
Why are you
but
wallowing
luckily,
in a pit?
Oh shit!
Lord, do we have to
boys.
go over? Listen,
My
Ubisoft
father, brother.
Ubisoft has broken my heart so many times when it comes to Assassin's Creed, Cynic. Like,
They're a French company. You should have never had faith in them.
that's racist.
You know who does? You know who is guaranteed to give me the game that I want? Surprisingly, this came out of nowhere. And I was surprised, and all of a sudden, it went from like not like okay, it's on my radar because I know the franchise, but also like it became instant buy because it's like it's what I want. It was Sega, of all people, because in the new Yakuza Like a Dragon in Hawaii, you get full-blown Black Flag naval combat on the Hawaiian, seas or whatever, right? Like including boarding, ship customization, boarding, and like the walking to the gun and shooting it, right? That is some Black Flag stuff, and I'm just like, it's back. It's back, and even like going as far as to painting the ship and doing all that in all these different ways is like way more than what Ubisoft was giving you. And if anything, they'll give it to you in Black Flag Remake, but only because they made it all for Skull and Bones. But yeah, it's like it's like he's got the two swords. Like they made like Majima or whatever. They made him Edward Kenway, for God's sakes. Like
Yeah. Yes. Listen, Sega. I love the Sega love right now. Sega's on a comeback tour. They're gonna make another console, and Sonic is God, right, Cynic?
Well, I mean, like
Sonic
No.
sucks.
Thank you, my brother, father.
You're welcome, father, brother.
Anyway, yeah. So I mean, I don't know about any of that Sonic stuff, but I'm seeing some of this, and I'm just like, hey, I'm good with all this. I'm good with some. I've never played a Yakuza game. I know about them because like YouTubers used to watch, played them a lot, and the fan group of them talked about it all the time. And it's like, yeah, I know of Yakuza, but I mean, this was the same feeling, Jesker, that I felt when Kingdom Hearts 3 had the naval combat as well. And I'm like, clap, clap, like I'm good. Like you got me. The
Caribbean,
I don't need much else.
The Caribbean is the best world in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Too bad you won't ever see Kingdom Hearts 4. So
Got him.
There was a
wizard.
Well,
I'm gonna hurt him. I'm gonna hurt him.
The point.
Triggered.
The point where you have to grind out the crabs for like one of the trophies or something like that. I literally just threw on the Black Flag Sea Shanty soundtrack and just played that while I was doing it. It's like it was great. It was like that's so that Yakuza game. It's like, hey, like Ubisoft isn't giving me what I want, right? Skull and Bones, I was never gonna get because I knew all along what it was gonna be, right? And I'm like, I'm not getting that. And the only thing it gave me that I liked was the sea shanties. So I'm like, all right, like I'll listen to the video on YouTube, but I ain't buying that game, right? But this, it's like you got me because I'm interested. You're giving me what a Black Flag 2 should have given me already, but you're giving it to me now, and so you got my attention.
You little
I'm
slut.
willing. Yeah, it's
giving
more
it
like
up.
it's more like because I'm getting what I want, right? I feel loved. It's not about being. It's intimacy, Snowman. I feel
you
loved
were
by
groomed.
Sega right now.
You were
Like,
groomed.
rolling around on a pirate ship is what sells you.
Good naval combat. That's
There's
what it's going to
really
be.
no such thing, man.
Pirate ship is
Bro,
it's part of it.
Cynic, see, you don't know the lore. See, in a past life, it was see he went to see a psychic. And the psychic revealed that in a past life, Wizard was part of a pirate ship. Okay, he was the cabin boy. All right, and the rest of the crew, they
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
let's just say they had a little bit of sea shanties with them, if you know what I'm
Oh,
saying.
Hey, I mean-
they were those kind of pirates.
Sea shanties.
Well, I mean,
and the sea panties. You got it?
technically, they were all basically those kind of pirates. Like, seafaring took months, and they got bored, and so
You're
a
saying
lot of the crew
12,
members.
12 single men went on board, 6 couples came off.
Well, like it was, they never got together. It was just more of like, hey, listen, like,
Any
there's
hole
no
in
women, there's no women here.
a story?
And then
I love,
the other guy's like, I
how
get it.
he's not even. He's not even.
No,
denying
it's
the
known
rules.
that it happened.
Yeah, it's
Either-
actually factual.
I-
No,
It's
I
if
very-
you were like, either
like,
you
I
raped
just made up
women
that whole
or you had sex
bullshit
with each
about-
other.
I just made
Oh
up that.
no!
I
It's
just
like that's
bro.
that's
I made
why
up
we
that
go
whole
for the
bull-
romanticized pirate stuff and not the actual stuff. Because either you
Yeah,
died
but
or
Oh,
you,
there's some
you would've-
romance in the actual
but
stuff.
Wizard, I came up
just
with
don't
this whole
accept it.
bullshit story about you being a cabin boy, a gay cabin boy in a past life, and you're not denying any of it. You're just going into
Well, I mean,
detail with
past
all
lives
this. It's
aren't past lives don't exist. But
It's like
as,
different. How the fuck
as
do
my-
you know?
Yeah, that was
'Cause
past
the whole-
me. That
'cause-
wasn't me, man.
because my holy book tells me so.
That was old Sin. That was old Wizard. I mean,
Yeah, it's over. with, man.
Uh,
Not even now.
no,
me.
I'm saying, like my holy book tells me so. But anyway,
do,
no.
do
So
I, do I, do I have to
um,
come into a diatribe about early Christianity and the doctrine of reincarnation?
no,
No.
I mean, I could.
this ain't
we'd like to keep
BTM's.
viewers.
Anyway,
Tell y'all
so
about a guy named
uh,
Origin of Alexandria.
anyway, Assassin's Creed still not doing well, as Assassin's Creed Shadows got delayed again.
Damn.
Second delay into March of 2025. It was going to come out February 14th, and it got delayed once again to March. And
All they
they
have to do is reskin the main character, and people would not be mad.
That's racist.
No,
see, that's the
that's
thing. is
factual.
That's
so
racist.
many people have been saying that, where it's like, it's the DEI and all this. Like, no, this is Ubisoft. The fact that they chose who they chose as the co-main character, like Ubisoft still sucks. Their games
Yeah.
are still ass, and they're like, it's like that never would have changed anything. But so many people like following the grifters were quote tweeting this and doing all that, reading about how it's like all they needed to do was pick an actual, or they're gonna take time to make it an actual Japanese guy or whatever, right? It's like that ain't gonna fix the game. Like that
Yeah,
it's over.
but
Like,
people would be giving them more of a grace period with the delays if it wasn't for the main character.
even then, like this, the people
It's not
who
going
are
to fix
like,
the game, no. Because
but even then, like
sucks.
a delayed twice game, it's already like Cyberpunk was delayed like 3 times, right? Like
it was delayed
3 or
like 3
4.
years.
But like it got delayed again close to release, like in the same year.
Yeah.
But like it got those, like it got something like that where it was like kicked down the road again, and by that point people were like the yellow picture, right, became a meme. It's once you've delayed it again after even like a month later, it's like, okay, what's up with this, right? What is broken and not working, right? Like what is it that's
This
really, and
game
then basically
has to come out. Hold on though. This game has to come out polished because of the DEI stuff. It has to. The gameplay has to win back fans. It has to.
I mean,
they burned so much of their good graces with the main protagonist that if this thing comes out janky and needs a day one patch, it's dead.
They won't hear the end of it.
well,
Yeah.
no matter what, this game will come out janky, bugged, day one
Fuck
patch.
yeah.
It's Ubisoft, of course.
Story's gonna be ass, gameplay's gonna suck, and the DEI is gonna be all, the quote unquote DEI is gonna be all over the place. This is Ubisoft. This is the dying breath of a like a dying company. This is the last breath of a dying company. There's literally this game would have to be just coming out gold, and still it's going to get like 60% to 50% on fucking Metacritic, because it's just, everything is just bleh. Like, I don't even know if I want to buy this anymore. And I own every single Assassin's Creed game, And I'm just like, I'll wait for a sale. But I'm not sure because I also should review it. So I'm like, because this game could be the last Assassin's Creed proper we get because I imagine they're going to cancel the other ones.
Well, hold up. Let me be a contrarian here, shall I? It may be the last Assassin's Creed under Ubisoft, but if Ubisoft gets bought up, we may get a reboot of the franchise under somebody else.
FromSoft.
Possible. There's rumors that Ubisoft wants to actually sell off the other IPs they're not using, like probably your Prince of Persia's, your Far Cry's, your what's the other one? Yeah, so your Ubisoft titles that aren't Assassin's Creed, right? And so possible that they just start like liquidating stuff and it'll be Assassin's Creed only, which that's a hellscape that I don't want to see.
At that point, they're not a gaming company.
They're a game company. They make one.
Exactly. They're just a game company.
Yeah,
like,
I'm a comedy company.
What's the point?
Like, if you're gonna do it, you can still get Assassin's Creed back to. You can be the Assassin's Creed you want it to be, but you just got to take time, and not by delaying it kicking it 1 month down the road. I'm talking like wait like 3 to 5 years and make a really, really good Red Dead Redemption 3 style, like historical living thing, and then hire the best story writers, right? Like Darby McDevitt has proven he can make like chicken salad out of chicken shit, right? Like you hand him the crappy story and he's like, all right, like I've made it gold, right? He's got the Midas touch, right? Everything he touches turns to gold as far as like the story goes. And you can even Valhalla sucks, but you can at least kind of look at the Darby McDevitt parts and go like, you know what though, he did a good job. You know, like they handed him the modern day was in pieces when they handed it to him, and he pieced it back together, and then he kind of handed it back like, all right, don't drop it. And they're like, all right, and then they dropped it a little bit. And it's like, all right.
I don't know, Wizard.
Your metaphors are on fire right now, dude.
I don't think this company. I'm just going to be real with you. I don't think they have the magic.
They don't. That's the thing.
I don't think they're ever going to be able to. And it's not a matter of time, like how much they spend trying to fix all this. I just don't think they're capable of it.
Yeah, like
I don't think the people there are capable of it.
It needs to. This whole franchise needs to just be put out of its misery. Like, and I never thought I'd say it because I was like a diehard Assassin's Creed while Valhalla was coming out. I was like, I'm willing to ride or die. Mirage was coming out. I'm like, they're good. They're turning the corner. And at this point, I'm just like, kill it, please. I want to be done. Get me off Mr. Bones' wild ride. Like, I'm just like.
Well, let me make a comparison for you when it comes to Ubisoft, all right? And this is going to sound, not necessarily Ubisoft, but just Assassin's Creed, that particular franchise. Everybody knows, surprise, surprise, I'm a big Square Enix guy.
Enix.
Now, whatever, bro. I'll pronounce it however I damn well please. It's a free country, and I have my constitutional right.
He can call his love whatever. It's the pet name.
That's right. All right. When we're in bed,
all you want.
When we're in bed, she lets me call her whatever she wants. Now, look, I love Final Fantasy. All right, but Final Fantasy right now is going through a huge identity crisis. This franchise doesn't know what it wants to be. It's kind of forgotten some of the core things that makes it what it is, and we're not at the point now to where it needs to be taken out back in Old Yeller, but we might get to that point, all right, if they don't figure this out. Now, I think they have an opportunity to figure this out, and I think they're kind of starting to realize it if you look at some of the news going on with Square Enix, all right, because they were really disappointed with how 16 did. But that being said, Assassin's Creed is kind of like the bad scenario for what could end up happening to Final Fantasy, where it just loses its way so much that it can never find its way back to the proper path. Now, I hope that doesn't happen. But the thing is, with Assassin's Creed, it's already there, man. Like, it's lost. and it doesn't know where it's at. And it doesn't know how to get back on the right path. It doesn't know how to get back home. It's going to die out there, hungry and lonely. The wolf cries to the moon, if only, if only. All right. That's what's
Damn
going to happen,
farce.
man. It's over. Like, just, you know what? Listen, if nobody else has the balls, I'll old Yeller Assassin's Creed myself.
Someone needs to just take the hidden blade and just requiescat in pace. Just please. But anyway, so yeah, delayed again, and they say it's to make the game better and polished, and I don't know that I have no hope with it. They just honestly need to just give up. They're not getting what they were, and even this, like, you want to argue the culture war stuff, and what shot him in the foot, but regardless, it's just like the game was always going to be bad. So it wasn't going to be Ghost of Tsushima. That's for damn sure, So
yeah, but this game would have had a lot more of a grace. It'd have been forgiven a lot more if they hadn't led off with the DEI stuff.
Yeah. I guess I can see that because the feudal Japan was so wanted for so long that if it did look like a Ghost of Tsushima with the two characters, it's like, all right, they could have did something.
Yeah, they screwed up by doing that. Like, everybody for years has been saying, "Hey, do Japan. Let's do Japan."
Dude, they were saying that back when Assassin's Creed 3 came out, and
they were saying that when Assassin's Creed 2 came out.
Well, I remember really ramped up with Assassin's Creed 3 because we shifted over to like a really different era of history, that being the Americas, and that people were speculating. Okay, so we've done like Europe, with the oh my God, whoa, I'm blanking on his name.
Ezio?
Ezio?
Yeah, Ezio. Oh my God, holy shit. So, and now with Connor, we were in the Americas, so it was like a huge shift in terms of time period and location.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when people were like, okay, where can we go next? What's going to be the next huge shift? And people were speculating Japan. So it's been a thing since then. And now we're finally getting it. And the series has just been slowly dying. And
this was literally like them choosing Japan was we are out of options.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. When this should have been something they did a long time ago. Now we're finally getting it, and it's so lackluster.
Mm-hmm. It's blackluster.
You said something else.
Heyo.
You bastard.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Don't put
better than other
wordplay in his mouth. Let's see if this command works. It doesn't display the counter, but I have a pun counter, but it should be displaying the number, but it's not.
My soul is sad.
But
you have a
I wonder
soul?
if the counter went up. Anyway,
Wizard literally has a running tally of puns for himself.
What a hero.
What a hero.
The true mark of a man.
That makes me sad.
So, speaking of, I guess, speaking of shadows, I guess it's time to talk about everyone's favorite Arkhamverse game.
Shadows. The greatest game never played.
That's right. Snowman's time to talk about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which ended just yesterday.
Like
speaking
a fart
of
in a hurricane.
taking a game out back and shooting it, they have just an awful ending here. We'll watch it. You beat Brainiac, a boss rush of all of his versions, right?
Oh my God! What is?
You're indubitably too disco-populated to fight. Don't you know, Brainiac? Anything's possible with a little help from your friends.
Thought he meant us for a second, but of course he meant bats. Bat says,
The criminals.
that's us, did well following his plan. Though how'd we figure out Brady had cloned the league? We were like, there were clones?
So the whole game is about you killing clones of the Justice League, meaning all the stuff about, you know, Superman, Batman dying, all emasculating, all that was all clones, and the Batman's
Way to
still alive.
completely
And
destroy your entire narrative. Trash.
everything's
Speaking of
fine.
games that need to be old yellered,
Well, this
Yeah,
is
Kingdom
old yellow.
Hearts.
It's done. It's over.
Cynic, I'm gonna hurt you in ways you
No,
never
I'm saying-
thought a human could.
however,
No, Final
one-
Fantasy, Cynic.
Um,
Why not do
I
it
will
out
dig
there
one
in
grave
the
you two.
However,
That's
Wonder
fine.
Woman is just dead. Like Wonder Woman
Oh.
is dead. She dies in
She
the events of
wasn't
the
a
game.
clone?
She's killed by Superman. Like she managed using the lasso of truth. She survived the mind control or whatever, and she's killed by Superman.
Oh, so
And
there
that's
is
why
a
the
silver lining.
The crew like mourned her so much and all that, and everyone was like, "What is this woke shit?" And it's just because no, she actually just died. Whereas the other ones, so that's the other thing. They always planned to that the clone bit was planned out. This wasn't like something that they just were like, you know, this was leaked out. We already kind of knew. Season 1 was gonna be like, oh, you find Green Lantern and he's trapped in the stasis pod, and then you find Flash and so on and so forth. Like this all kind of happened, and then they had to rush the game to be done. So they had like, oh, you find Batman, and then eventually you just don't find Batman and Superman anymore because they just had to rush this game out and pull the plug. So yeah, this was them pulling the plug, which it's funny. I've seen this happen before, right? This whole like we ran out of time in this live service game, do these motion comics with just voice acting to finish everything off, and it was Avengers. And when that happened in Avengers, it was like, oh, this game's dead. Like we're not getting cutscenes anymore. Like there used to be cutscenes here, now they're just motion comics.
Oh,
Like
Jesus,
not
man.
even like barely any motion, like, you know, not even animated, just very still images. So
I can't.
Oh,
Believe, I can't believe they claim this shit is in the Arkhamverse. Like this is such an insult.
and then the
Yes.
Arkhamverse is just destroyed now because no matter like the Justice League were still clones, but the people of Metropolis still like mostly died. So like, and Robin is possibly dead. Like so, it's just like,
And Wonder Woman
didn't
is
like-
dead.
and Wonder Woman is dead, right? And
Yeah.
the only saving grace is that the Wonder Woman game that may still not be happening, who knows, brings her back. But even then, like, it doesn't matter. You can
Dude.
say this game never happened and no one give a shit.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. If they hired me to work on let's say they announce, oh, we're going to do a new Arkham game for PlayStation 5 and Xbox One. Okay. Or Xbox Series X, whatever the fuck Xbox is doing these days.
It'll just be PlayStation 5 in a year or so.
Yeah, you're probably right. Like if they asked me to work on it, I'd be like, okay, we're gonna throw in a little scene, a little Easter egg where after the Joker died and everything, you know, Harley keeps going batshit crazy, and this entire game
She hallucinates the whole game.
was just a mad hallucination of Harley Quinn because of her
Like-
grief over the Joker or something.
Like
That's it.
honestly, like
That's it.
honestly, the way like to tie it back
That would
to
have been
Arkham Shadow,
better to not
to tie it
ruin.
back- to tie it back to Arkham Shadow, right? How I mentioned how you find that one audio tape that retcons a thing. It'd be like in the next Arkham game that takes place after this. It would be like what is this like audio tape that it's like Harley Quinn ranting about this mission that never happened. They're like, there's no record of this ever happening, and it never happened, and you made it up.
Yep. That's exactly what I would do.
Should have done a Flashpoint. That would have been funnier if the game ends with Flash going back in time and it's like nothing ever happened.
That's
Never
exactly
happened.
that's
So.
exactly what I would do, and we would move on.
But also, don't forget that right now, if you own the PlayStation Plus, you can actually play this game for free. Just because the game is done, they announced at the end that there's an offline mode with the story all packaged together, everything like that, and you can play
thank
as
you.
Good.
Deathstroke, and that's it because no one else is cool in this game. Like they added like Mr. Freeze's daughter from an alternate Earth that's like Asian and fat. Like Concord like character, and then they have like Deadshot's daughter for no reason that just plays like him, and it's like what is this? And they have like Twink Joker, like it's like what is this? So because it's a Batman game, and you can't not have Joker in a Rocksteady game. They can't help themselves.
What is wrong with
Freeze a little too pricey.
Freeze a little steep. Yeah,
it's a little too much.
Bro,
I don't get paid enough for that.
Too rich for my blood.
No, seriously.
Andy says
like,
the
what
Harley
is
Quinn
wrong
fart
with this
comic.
company?
What's wrong with this company? It's British.
Shittish.
Got him. Bow, bang.
Well, what's wrong with this company is that everyone left after Arkham Knight happened. Like Arkham Knight happened, and then everyone left, and then we're just left with like these random ass people. So, I mean,
Origins, Asylum, City, and Night are all masterpieces, and then we get this shit.
And
Shadow. Good.
What?
I just said they're good. I wouldn't say like they're masterpieces.
They're masterpieces, bro.
No, you said Night sucked.
The first two are great. Yeah, I did not like Night at all. The first two were great.
Night gameplay wise is really, really good. Like I've mentioned it. Like when Gotham Knights was announced to come out,
4000.
I thought, well, but like everything, if besides the Batmobile, if give me that with like an Arkham Knight sequel, like or an Arkham Origins sequel, and have it be about the Court of Owls. I've talked about that, right? That's like that's all they had to do, and they kept trying to just do this live service shit with Gotham Knights and this game, and it's like just we don't have to. You don't need to be Fortnite. Just make a really good single player game, and then like Arkham Shadows is a good one, but it's VR and it's first person. It's all that stuff. They already said they're not going to do like. They're not going to put it on other consoles, so it's like, dang it.
I'm still upset that we haven't got the or that we never got the Batman Beyond Damian Wayne.
Well, not even Damian Wayne. Like people don't like Damian, but like an actual Batman Beyond Arkham, like with Arkham Knight, Cyberpunk,
I like Damian a lot.
Arkham Knight. You know, kind of.
What do you have against Damian?
I didn't say me. I said people.
I didn't like him at first.
I like New 52 movie Damian, like the DC AMU movies. That universe is Damian. I like that. That's all my really exposure
like the conflict
to
and like kind of tension he brings.
Yeah, y'all better get used to Damian because that's the one James Gunn is bringing in as Robin.
Speaking of that, because there might not be that James Gunn Robin Batman movie. As Matt Reeves has the possibility of adding his Batman into the DCU, really comes down to whether or not it makes sense. What the future brings, I can't really tell you.
Am I going to get $1 billion?
It doesn't make sense.
I think that his universe would work in a DC. I mean, people were wanting it, right? People were doing like these Superman Returns, Batman Begins style fan photoshops of Pattinson Batman and new Superman, right? And they're just like, look at it, it's the duality, right? Like you already got it, the job's done. Just all you gotta do is just be like, yeah, fuck it.
The costumes I think go together well.
I'll tell you why this. I'll tell you why this doesn't work. It would work given the fact that you have a younger Superman, so it would make sense. Okay, let's have a younger Batman. That would make sense. But here's the problem you're going to run into. The Batman is a very dark film. And James Gunn's universe, I'm pretty sure, is going to want to have a wider appeal than what you're going to get from the Batman. So because of that, it's probably not going to be as dark as what we got. Because the Batman is a very mature movie. Like I would not take kids to see that. I just wouldn't. Like
you'd have to have kids first, but okay.
Right.
Yeah, it's
real bad, dude. Real bad.
So I would not take them to see that movie.
Need some ice for that, Burn.
Damn,
so
how about some Ben Gay for your Ben Gay ass, huh?
These two can't get them together, I swear.
All right, go ahead.
As I was saying, I just don't think that the tone of that movie is going to fit well in James Gunn's universe. So I don't think it makes sense.
I know some will fit good in James Gunn.
Like, I think what it, you can do gritty and like, because James Gunn will do bloody and all that. He'll just do it with comedy, like Peacemaker and Suicide Squad.
It would be
From
that.
my
It would be like the
understanding,
Justice
It's
League
too
part 2,
gritty.
dude.
It's too gritty for what he for. It
but
may not
even
even
then,
be
like he's the second movie or the first movie ends with the idea like he's gonna, grow kind of past that. So, he's gonna
Dude,
become more of a hopeful symbol.
that Penguin Club scene. Nah, man, that had too many adult themes going on right there. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for the main universe. It's fine. It's fine for like a Black Label story or something, but
Black Label.
it's
gotta
not.
be
It's
black. Why can't it
it's-
just be a label?
it's not gonna. Wait, why's everything got to be about race with you, huh?
It's
Why you always gotta
as
make it about
I've
race?
as I've more recently colloquialized him, single joke cynic. As that's all he's got. It's just the one joke.
You should really go back to the drawing board on that one.
Yeah, you should learn how to draw it all.
Damn.
My God,
Why? I don't want to be a virgin.
Damn. Everyone's
Yeah,
getting.
that's all you
roasted,
got.
bro.
Weak.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
Um,
popcorn.
Regular. What do you got? Salted butter. Movie theater butter.
Ultimate movie theater butter, I think. Yeah, movie theater.
I think if
Orville?
they had
Yeah,
set
Orville
up,
Redbacher.
if they had set up the
Yeah.
Batman with James
stuff.
Gunn's universe in mind to begin with, it would have been fine. But look at this from the perspective of a studio executive. Don't look at this from the perspective of a fan. Don't look at this from James Gunn's perspective. Just try and look at this from a studio executive and from marketing. It just doesn't mesh well.
Well, they had no
So-
clue they were going to do the James Gunn stuff before the Batman was already.
Yeah, I know, and it's
So,
too
like,
late.
There's
That's
no
what I'm
reason to
saying.
look at that perspective.
It's too
I
late
guess-
to bring it in there.
I guess we'll skip ahead. We'll do this a little disjointed. But you're saying that you can't have a dark and gritty, grungy, bloody, vigilante thing in your kid-friendly superhero universe?
Uh huh.
The new trailer for
disagree.
Daredevil: Born Again has been released, and let's
looks
watch
dope.
it here. For the
And Civil War
revival.
got dark as
Finding the
fuck,
time.
dude.
I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again. A lot of time has passed. By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
The mayor serves the city. I'd say you're not entirely convinced.
Can you blame me? I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
The line was crossed.
It's hard to come to terms with the violent nature. Hating the power it has over us.
This city can't go unchecked.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. And chaos must reign.
Mind putting the hatchet down? I was raised to believe in grace. But I was also raised to believe in retribution.
Whatever, Ruby. That shit looks fire.
Yeah,
They're not going to bring the
Ruby,
darker aspects into the movies.
Then what are you moving the goalposts for, Jessica?
I mean, they're listen. Let's say if we got a team up, between Spider-Man and Daredevil in the MCU.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, he won't be
They're-
like
Agree with you
that.
there.
They're
Yeah,
not.
Depends on what universe they're in. Is it a
No,
Spider-Man movie or a Daredevil movie?
No,
That would be
it's in the
insane to
MCU.
see
It's in the
Spider-Man in
MCU.
the
Same-
Daredevil movie.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Breaking
what
biggest
Jesker's
necks.
saying, right? We've already seen this with Daredevil and She-Hulk. You know,
They're not going
Um,
to bring the darker aspects of Daredevil into a Spider-Man movie because the studio executives are
But-
going to be afraid that it's going to alienate
but
kids.
just like
And
Batman,
kids
and
are
just
the
like
biggest demographic seeing these movies.
But the thing is the whole point is that yes, you could do Matt Reeves' Batman, and he can have a dark Batman movie, and then you do World's Finest, and it's bright and hopeful, and it's fine. Like everyone, like that's been the blueprint for DC's things forever. They know
then
that.
The kids are gonna want to go see the Batman, and they're gonna be like, "Mommy, why is there? What are all those substances people are using in the Penguin's lair? What's going on
You're
there,
a kid.
Mommy?"
You don't
And-
even notice it.
Yeah, they're not gonna notice that as a kid.
And that's going to make it
parent, you'd be like,
awkward for
no,
mommy and
you
daddy to
watch-
explain, and then they're going to get pissed at Warner Brothers from putting them in that awkward
my God,
situation.
are you
It doesn't happen.
and it's gonna lead to some
You're
really
gonna start
bad
ranting
press.
about drinking caffeine next? Jesus Christ, Nancy.
Also,
Listen, I've had too much soda today. Oh, Joseph Smith, forgive me.
Well, like there's drinking in like superhero movies all the time, and no one like is like.
There's substance use in superhero movies and stuff too. Like you just don't
Yeah.
like. Kids
Like,
don't
Iron
care.
Man
They
got
just want
drunk
to
in
see
the very
hero.
first movie.
Yeah.
dude, and in Civil War,
Iron Man gets drunk in the
Spider-Man,
second movie too.
A film
Yeah, but
Spider-Man was
drinking's
in.
different than
The
like,
ending of Civil War
drugs.
was dark as shit.
Yeah, Spider-Man was doing meth the whole time.
Yeah, bro.
What
you ever
the-
notice that?
Dick in a
What
porta
movie were
potty.
you watching?
But like also like it's an R-rated. This would be like an R-rated movie, right? Like Batman, would be, like this gritty, bloody Batman would be an R-rated thing. It's up to the parents to be like, yeah, like there was kids when Deadpool came out. Deadpool 3 came out. There's kids in the theater.
Dude,
my brother showed Deadpool 3 to my nieces.
Yeah, dude. I saw RoboCop when I was like 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, don't give me. Oh, it's up to the parents to monitor what their kids are watching.
It is.
Huh?
It
is.
is.
What?
Listen, it is. But guess what?
No, that's
Yeah.
it.
Most parents
That's it.
are not responsible enough to do that.
Says
Yeah,
you.
whose
So-
fault is that?
My parents are perfectly cool.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch R-rated stuff until I was 18. So whatever.
Most parents.
That's why I missed
just
out on a lot of
just
movies.
Like most of the population in general are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
we're
I think
gonna
that's
get
anecdotal.
into.
Don't trust.
We're starting to
them.
like go to like some.
We're getting too much into Jesker's channel a little bit here,
Yeah.
but there yeah.
I
So
don't want your life.
back to Daredevil.
I saw
That,
R-rated movies as a kid, and
Yep.
that turned out perfectly fine.
Yep.
I mean, I did too, but that my
if it's
Did you though?
it's not
really,
because my
I want
parents let me.
if you got to start your kid right with a superhero movie that's got the blood and the drugs, you got to watch Thomas Jane Punisher. You start that kid with Thomas Jane Punisher.
I was literally about
Like-
to say that, Wiz. Jesus
I
Christ!
love
Thank
that
God,
movie.
yes.
Fucking 2. He's 2 years old. God's gonna sit this one out.
Fuck yeah.
Fire
I love
movie.
that quote. And that
I haven't seen
song
the-
that
I haven't
dude
seen the
plays
Lundgren
in the
Punisher
diner
yet.
is awesome.
Yeah, I've never seen the long run one either.
I own it.
I
It's
think-
on my
well,
DVD shelf. I haven't watched it.
I've seen it, but I was too young to remember.
Thank you for
I like the
Yeah.
long run one too. Long run.
Yeah. So yeah, this I will say one thing that's interesting that I haven't seen anyone point out is that this is Marvel Television, which is like what Daredevil used to be by. That was also what Agents of Shield was. The other shows, to my knowledge, aren't done by this. Like they're Marvel Studios. This being Marvel Television is interesting. Like it's like the old crew, the old guard, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
bringing
dude.
the old.
It looks
fans.
like the original Daredevil.
Yeah, it's a marketing thing to bring in the people that were watching the show before it got canned.
I
Which
don't
is-
think he
which
has
is
the
good.
DD on his chest.
No,
still.
it's
He does
it's
not
it's,
have the
it's
DD.
good. It's
Yeah, he's
good.
got-
I'm just saying like that's what it is.
The D in the broken off horn, though. People pointed that out. So I feel
That's
like
dumb.
this show he's gonna get the double D's on his chest.
Either
for
way,
lack
the
of a
suit
better
looks
term.
good.
Doo-doo.
The
Oh,
Ben Affleck Daredevil
Pun
costume is
counter.
still the
Pun
best
counter.
there
That's not a
is.
pun.
where's my drum
That's
set?
the-
Where's my drum
That's
set?
not a pun. Doesn't count. If I doesn't it has to count as like for me like personally like I have to be like
Oh my god!
I mean, you
So
can add- you can- I
literally,
mean, you
this whole pun counter is just for you. Period.
Yeah.
well yeah it's my pun counter. That's why it says like hell yeah wizard.
What if one of us makes a pun so good?
Yeah,
I mean, you
we
can
get
add
put
it
on
to the
board?
pun counter. Yeah, the pun counter you can just control, right? You just type exclamation point pun and it'll add to the pun counter.
I'll have
So this
power
is
over the wheel.
This is, of
Uh-oh.
course, John Bernthal Punisher back as well.
Who's great as Punisher?
Which people are already kind of fan writing that this is a Punisher that's been through the blip, right? Because that's the other thing is they gotta address the Thanos stuff in this Netflix verse. So
I mean, they
it'll
don't
be
have to.
I mean, they don't really gotta. If it's been like,
I mean, they don't have
years
to, but
after-
there's that opportunity for storytelling, I should say, where
Okay. Yeah. I get
a
that.
Punisher, kind of like what Hawkeye did, where
You remember when half the
Hawkeye-
world's population suddenly disappeared? Yeah, that was weird. Huh.
like Hawkeye wanted to go out and he wanted to kill all the criminals that survived, but maybe Punisher did the opposite. Maybe he broke down or something, and then there, something like that. So,
Moo asked a good question. Is that White Tiger?
yeah, I'm gonna grab the still here. There is the Muse. That's the guy with the white with that's Muse, I believe is his name.
Damn, I don't know.
Then
I didn't know
there-
about Muse.
There is a shot of White Tiger as well. That was earlier, I believe. But yeah, so White Tiger, it's original White Tiger before they, because I believe he's gonna die and then the daughter's gonna take over, and that's because that's who is the White Tiger that we see in like everything else. So,
Spoiler.
yeah, so possible. I mean, it's MCU. They might change stuff. Who knows? But
That red
also, I guess
hood and dress outfit costume that he's got is fucking sick.
yeah. So he mentions that
just-
he stopped because a line was crossed, and it might be this. So it might be that like Daredevil accidentally kills someone, and then he stops being
Hell
Daredevil
yeah. You know
because
what
that
I'm
is a
pissed
thing
about?
from the comics.
You know what I'm pissed about? They race swapped Kingpin.
Yeah, Michael
Yeah,
Clark Duncan was a good Kingpin. I'll be honest, he was good.
Fuck
He
yeah.
was
Um,
good.
I love that whole movie, dude. I don't care. What anyone
Hashtag
says.
my Kingpin is black.
And then he actually got to play it
Well,
again in that CGI
Not allowed to
Spider-Man
make a
show on
joke. Otherwise, Wizard will say I
MTV.
only have one joke.
Also,
Adopt or
as
die.
pointed out at the beginning of the stream, Jesker has used his one incest joke unless he pays me more money.
I
I'll allow him
didn't.
but
I didn't know that.
I
you
wasn't
were-
even here.
I know.
Exactly.
That's why I'm pissed.
That's why he
Why am I
wasted-
taking
that's why he
these
wasted-
grades?
He's
I
a
didn't-
hack too.
What a hack.
Yeah. So
I didn't know you were
know.
coming on stream. If I would have known that, I wouldn't have blown.
Yeah, he
I
were
wouldn't
he
have
was
blown my
calling he was
load.
calling you like all sorts of things that I didn't even understand. I think it was only Southern things, but
Yeah, I definitely want to check
Shit.
this out. Daredevil's got some weird
Yeah.
villains. I like to see what other villains.
well,
they
also
use for him in the future.
Bullseye is apparently back. He was the guy in the prison
Nice.
that they were escorting.
Worst villain ever.
So I want him to get his costume.
Back
His
off.
costume.
Peace out.
So
I can throw anything and hit you right in the gonads there, boy.
why is he talking like Mirror Master? That's what Mirror
Back
Master.
off.
talks.
You don't know what you're talking about. I'm Bullseye.
Um,
Now that's a knife.
Bullseye.
And then, of course, the people talked about the arm break where you can see the bone
Yeah, that
push
shit's
and the
ham.
blood form. So
Yeah, that's not
fucking
going to be in a
ham.
Spidey Daredevil team up. I can tell
Well,
you
yeah,
that.
but it
Unless
doesn't have to
Spider-Man's
be.
in the Daredevil show, breaking
Yeah.
motherfuckers' femurs and shit. With
oh
one hit.
god, like a Spider-Man that doesn't, because people were talking about like there's a thread going around about how like
Yep.
if Spider-Man
You
and
decimate
Batman
Red
swapped, right?
Hood's bitch ass.
And so many people think that Spider-Man's getting clowned, and it's like Spider-Man has super strength, like,
Yeah.
and
Like,
he also
he's a
has a
billion
spider
times
sense
stronger
that
than a
makes him
person.
unable to get hit, like
Yeah, dude.
from like normal martial artists, he will just dodge, like he.
Spider-Man would
His-
bitch the Joker.
Yeah. He would have trouble
Yeah,
with like
the-
maybe Killer Croc, Bane, Mr. Freeze.
But even then,
maybe.
his strength is really he just holds back, right? That's
Right.
Spider-Man's thing. He holds back, but
Yeah, his
No, so-
regular villains are like Rhino and fucking Venom.
yeah.
Like
Um,
Batman's regular
the
villains are
end
just humans,
the end of
mostly.
Batman Beyond Return of the Joker teaches us how Spider-Man would beat Joker. But all you have to do is just get inside of his head and make him the joke, and he crashes out, right? Like
That'd be so easy too, because Peter has all the puns.
exactly. That's the quip, and that's like the moment where Terry's like, I like to talk too, and then he starts like you know.
And Peter's
making fun of
liable to
himself.
get pissed off as shit and then just not hold back anymore and then like break
Yeah,
all
and that's
your
also
bones with
possible.
one
Like if
punch.
Joker were to like kill a woman in front of him, then he'll just be like,
Yeah.
all right, and he'll just start beating him with super strength that Batman don't
Yeah.
have, like
Yeah,
proportional strength of a spider.
Yeah, because the thing is, Peter is not able to control his emotions to the same degree that Bruce can.
Yeah.
I don't know my
Yeah,
Peter's
Batman is rarely melted down. But Spider-Man has flipped
No.
out and like just went haywire a few times.
Speaking of vigilante stories, there is a new Dark Knight movie coming out.
Fuck yeah.
It's crazy. New Dark Knight. Army Hammer set for
Oh,
lead
yeah.
role in Uwe Boll's vigilante thriller, The Dark Knight. Now, you know,
This is
we've talked
insane.
about The Dark Knight, you know, me and Snowman. We love The Dark Knight, you know, and so I'm really happy that we're getting a remake of Christopher Nolan's, you know, superhero epic, considered greatest superhero movie of all time. Yeah, you know, Army Hammer's having a comeback after he was accused of rape and I believe cannibalism.
Cannibalism.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's
I'll rape you, then I'll eat you.
yeah, so
I'll
he's
eat
talking
you,
about he's
then I'll
doing work
rape
again.
I'll
So.
eat you,
Do the
then
math on
rape
that.
ya.
In the Dark Knight original script by Uwe Boll, who I believe made terrible movies as well.
Yeah,
Yes,
he did.
he's known maybe the worst
Absolutely
director
dog
of all
shit.
time.
So really, just
This is
the story of the Dark
fascinating.
Knight
I need to see this.
couldn't be a more current topic. Bring it to life with this excellent cast at Bull. Yeah, so it takes justice to his own hands as he sets out to hunt down criminals while his crusade transforms him into a social media sensation and a hero in the eyes of the public. The local police chief sees him as a menace to society and aims to take him down. You know, he's not the hero. He's the hero they deserve, but not the one they need right now. You know, so they'll chase him because he can take it. You know, and he's a watchful protector, a silent guardian, and a Dark Knight. So you know, really, you know. What I mean, with all these,
Yeah, this is
really
insane.
what else
I
do you
need to
need?
see this.
Everything you're saying makes me want to die, Wizard.
So, yeah, we're really just, I mean, get hyped for the Dark Knight. Not even really, just not changing anything. No subtitle, no nothing. Just,
What is up with this comment from Ruby King? He's just like,
I
I'm
know.
so fat.
Yeah, you
That I
ate
ate
too
too
much. Fat. Which I mean, for Ruby, that's like a crumb of bread, and he's.
It's like a half an apple.
Yeah, you said that. He's like. Ruby,
You got to feed it to
eat-
Ruby palm up, right? Like
Ruby
don't curl your
eats-
fingers.
Ruby eats the fish and he pulls out the skeleton as a whole piece, you know.
Holy shit.
So yeah, again, the DC news not stopping. You know, we had talk from Andy Muschietti, I believe the director of the Flash, why Flash failed. You know,
It
I have
fucking
not
sucked.
watched. I have not watched it. Well, he has a different theory.
I liked
He
it. I
says-
actually did enjoy
Everybody
it.
gave
I
up
liked
on the
it better than I
Snyderverse, that's
thought it
why.
was gonna be.
And Ezra Miller. Let's not forget how
Apart
big
from
of a
all the other
fucking
reasons,
weirdo he
right?
was.
It wasn't a movie that appealed to the four quadrants. It failed at that. When you spend $200 million making a movie, Warner wants to bring even your grandmother to the theater. And I found out in private conversations that a lot of people just don't care about the Flash as a character.
What?
Particularly the
That's
two
a bunch of
female quadrants.
hibbity-jibbity.
All that wind going against the movie that I learned. So, you know, really media, something with the Flash could not bring in people and have a lot of cultural staying power unless it is the Grant Gustin show, which ran for 10 years. And
Yeah,
while
it did.
sucked for like 8 of those, it's still like, you know,
Yeah.
it
He's
brought
been one
people
of
to the Flash.
DC's not flagship characters, but he's been one of their longest ongoing fucking monthly titles ever.
Now here's what may be true. People's hate for Ezra Miller may have outweighed their love for the Flash. You could put it
Well,
that
I mean,
I
like,
think it did.
he's, you know, he said just apart from all the other reasons, so that's your Ezra's, your Snyder verses, your multiverse fatigue, your Cavill stuff, your all that stuff, right? It was really just he's like, no, it's the children who are wrong, right? Like it's the women who are wrong. They do not like the Flash.
I mean, didn't that movie still make like hundreds of millions of dollars? It's like, what do you want, dude?
I mean, I think it,
Caps lock is on. Let me look that up.
It didn't
He
make
was
less than
cussing.
100.
Wizard
million.
was cussing at somebody. He had cap lock on. Jesus.
Now I grabbed my thing and pushed the button.
I
going to
heard it
box
in the
office-
background. Wizard was like, "Hey, listen, learn your place, bitch."
Let's
That's what he was
look here.
doing.
Listen.
I read the private chat.
$55 million at the box office, managed to only earn 271 million worldwide throughout its theatrical run.
Flash only
271
made 55 mil.
It opened 55 mil.
domestically?
It earned
Oh.
271 million throughout its run. So that's its ending number.
Yeah. So that was a flop.
Yeah, that's what dud.
Ruby, that is a skill issue as you are a host of a show, and can pick who you want to be on it.
Yeah, I only stream on here, Ruby. So I mean, whenever Wizard.
Yeah, and he
decides-
also avoids the Thor shows like a plague. Speaking of which, next week,
No,
not
that- I
tomorrow, but
don't-
next week, Thor shows will be back. Now you will all sit there and you'll be tortured again.
You know what? I'm starting to get bricked up over Thor.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
got
he's-
comics to
he's-
read.
Yeah, he's like, and you
There's
didn't
some cool
see it,
characters
Cynic,
in
but
Thor.
you didn't see it, Cynic, but I got this
Yep.
now as well.
Ooh,
sync.
You know,
look
the
at that.
the epic
Oh.
collection of the original Jack Kirby. I gotta make myself full screen here.
Let
I
that
can-
sink in.
I can feel
Oh,
the
damn,
Norse
there's too
cringe
many
in my
in here.
liver.
So
Is that pocketbook size?
no, it's
Thor.
It's not regular size though, is it?
I was really hoping you were
Um,
going to get him
it's
to
not
slip
like-
up Cynic, and he was going to be like, "Oh yeah, I carry it around in my purse all the time." I mean,
They're called
no.
pocketbooks.
this like shout out to Blood and the Sword, right? So this is so it's
Regular.
about slightly
yeah,
shorter.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
I forget what they call that, but yeah, that's not a regular size. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
It's not quite manga size. It's a little bit bigger than
No,
manga.
it's bigger than mine.
No,
But
well, yeah, because
Manga's
the
like
manga
7.5.
esque sized was the like they have these and they're kind of like the manga
Oh,
size, I
damn.
guess.
yeah.
Like,
yeah,
That's like some
basically-
sleight of hand magic, dude. That shit came out of nowhere.
Do you think
he literally pulled that out of his
That was
ass.
gangster.
I have it just sitting on my desk. That's why, because
You literally pulled that out of.
I
your
love how he
ass.
flopped it on there too. Like, Jesus.
yeah,
Nice
just
and
Practice.
heavy
you
with it.
sometimes just gotta flop it right on the desk. You know? You just gotta take it out and flop it on the desk. Really show
I feel that.
show 'em what
I
you got.
respect that.
Put that
I
thing in our
So-
face, I guess.
Yeah. So anyway,
So Thor, millions of people still went to see the Flash movie. So it's not because Flash is a dead character. It's because the movie wasn't that great.
yeah, and then even then they tried to cram in Supergirl, Batman, you
Yes,
know,
they had a lot of problems.
and they didn't try to
That
make
was
just a
abysmal.
Flash movie.
Supergirl. Yeah, we had a lot of problems with it.
Dude, they were trying to salvage the Snyderverse and it didn't work. That's what.
Yeah,
happened.
they were trying.
It had its
they
moments,
just
and it was an enjoyable movie. I liked it better than I thought it was going to be, but it
I still
wasn't
gotta
a great
watch
movie.
it, and I just
I just
CGI
don't
was
like
terrible,
Ezra
too.
Miller's Flash. I get the like.
Yeah,
I don't like the
Yeah.
stuff that he did off screen, but
Right.
also I don't like his Flash.
I agree
He's a
with
terrible Flash.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he really is a terrible person, and his Flash doesn't. It just doesn't feel like the Flash to me.
Oh, it feels like
So-
some twink stole the costume.
Yeah,
So
like
Jessica.
it's yeah, Jesker Flash.
If Jesker played the Flash,
Speaking of twinks, Ben Schwartz wants to play Plastic Man in the DCU. You know, voice of Sonic the Hedgehog in the new
Well,
movies.
yeah.
I think.
Get
I
him
think
outta
he'd be
here.
good.
yes,
Get
yes,
it out.
yes,
Don't.
Get him
yes,
out of here.
Yeah.
yes.
I think he'd be.
yes.
I think he'd be
Oh.
fine. He'd be great.
Yeah, kick Cynic.
I want
Yes,
anything to do with Sonic to be wiped off the face of the earth.
Yeah, Sonic sucks.
But I mean, he's
Yeah.
not like. I mean, that would mean like Keanu Reeves and like Idris
Yes.
Elba.
Yes.
You know, I mean, like
Gone.
choke on
Yeah.
a chili dog, Cynic.
really, you got
Really?
like he's the only one of the main three that haven't been in a DC movie, right? Because Keanu Reeves was in Constantine and Super Pets. Then you have Idris Elba was in the Suicide Squad, you know, and then he's not been in one. So, oh yeah, I just saw that, and he just had mentioned that in an interview, and it's always like every actor has their guy that they want to be, and then they're like they throw it out there to get the people going. But you know, people want him, and I mean, it wouldn't be bad if we're gonna get a Plastic Man, right? That's really your only way, right? I suppose is you got to get some comedic actor. it's the voice that would be. Plastic Man needs to have like a kind of old school sounding like aha kind of voice, but also kind of like dorkish, kind of like because Tom Kenny voiced him for that pilot, and then they did shorts with him after, and then he voiced him in Batman Brave and the Bold, and then
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Tom Kenny's Plastic Man is like he's what I kind of picture in my head. He's really good. So Ben Schwartz just sounds too like because he was Dewey in DuckTales reboot, and he just sounds too little boyish. Like he doesn't have like that unless he's got a voice that he could put on that could be more like that. But
he's kind of like a Johnny Cage, Plastic Man.
Yeah.
Or Johnny Bravo even.
Johnny Bravo, yeah, like Johnny Bravo, exactly, with that comedic energy and all that stuff. So there, yeah, I saw that. And then still the DC news. Like I was saying earlier that we might as well become a DC channel at this point because all we do is talk about DC movies, but just DC just keeps wanting to throw stuff out. James Mangold, the director of Logan, has a Swamp Thing movie, and it will be a simple gothic horror movie. Gothic horror is actually coming back, it would seem, after Nosferatu, So he says, while I'm sure DC views Swamp Thing as a franchise, I'd be viewing it as a very simple, clean gothic horror movie. A simple and clean. You already got Jesker. He's sold.
The way that you're making me feel tonight.
That was.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say it, but get some of that. Get some of Cynic's cocaine because you are off key. See there you go. See, that's worthy of a counter.
You know what? None of you can hurt me as much as Summer Swan does.
Oh damn!
Yeah, she's sleeping right now. So.
You know what? She's sleeping. And she's probably dreaming of ways to murder me.
Yeah, she's in love with you.
Don't we all?
But anyway, so this just came out, and I was like, oh, they've tried Swamp Thing before, but I hear the show was good, but we really need a nice
Wes Craven original is a classic. Haven't seen it in forever.
Nosferatu style. Yeah, I gotta watch like that Swamp Thing stuff because then he had a TV show as well, and then there's a Man Thing movie that Marvel made that kind of is a ripoff of the Swamp Thing movie, and there's a lot.
That's when Jack Kirby left Stan Lee, and you saw how he was such a hack.
Yeah, I want to do like a movie review because I want to do the movie reviews, but I also want to do like all the old like start to finish superhero movies, right? Like go back to like the serials and like I said, start to finish, be like,
Oh wow, that's gonna be quite the task.
It's ambitious.
It's ambitious. It'd be fun though to be like, here's the
just gotta watch
the older stuff
at the same time.
Yeah, so I mean, like we're gonna leave out some of them once we get to a point. It's like, all right, we don't need to watch the MCU and the DCU and the X-Men movies. I've seen those 1,000 times. It'd be like here's the movie where Superman fought the KKK. The outside of stuff. So
fought the wrong enemy.
But then and still James Mangold, not done. As we leave DC finally to talk about Star Wars. He has said in this same interview that his Star Wars movie will be about the origins of the first Jedi and is set 25,000 years before the Skywalker saga.
I have a lot
interested in being handcuffed by so much lore at this point that it's almost immovable. You can't please anybody. So,
I have a lot to say.
Take it away, Jesker.
All right. So, a couple of years ago, they announced they were working on 3 new Star Wars films. That being the Dave Filoni Mandoverse culmination movie, which is supposed to tie in Ahsoka, Boba Fett, Mandalorian, all that stuff. And then they were also talking about the Rey movie that's supposed to take place post Rise of Skywalker. And then this movie, which is supposed to be about the origin of the Jedi, the first Jedi, which was described as being biblical in proportions and akin to the 10 Commandments. So this is the one that I said at the time most intrigued me because I love the spiritual stuff. I love the philosophical stuff. I love it. I eat it up. So when I heard that was the tone of the movie, I'm like, all right, good. Let's go. Because I'm a philosopher at heart. Always have been, always will be. Okay. So the premise excites me. I mean, it really excites me. Like, I think that this would be a very intriguing story. Honestly, you could turn this into its own trilogy if we're being honest.
Mhm.
The origin of the Jedi Order, you really could. That being said, I want to be gleeful when it comes to this idea because it's something I've always wanted to see portrayed on screen.
Mhm.
But
you can't
Disney
find it
has
in you.
sucked my soul so dry
Ayo?
that I just can't muster the ability to give a damn about Star Wars. And
I need to get into Star Wars.
that's painful because it's my favorite film franchise.
Yeah. So then where does this take place as far as like the High Republic and the Acolyte and all that?
So this is way before that because the Acolyte's only 100 years before Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Okay.
So so you have to understand, like, this is before Darth Bane, this is before Darth Revan, this is before the Old Republic games. This would be the earliest point that we have ever seen depicted in Star Wars.
Yeah, ancient Star Wars is pretty cool.
In fact, I think the only thing that would precede this would be stuff about the Celestials and the Rakatan Infinite Empire, which preceded the Jedi Order and the Sith Order entirely. And I think, let's see, I think the Celestials, I want to say the Celestials were 30 or 35,000 years before the Skywalker saga. And the Rakatan Infinite Empire was sometime in that time frame as well. But the
Now, are you
25,000
canon stuff? Are you talking legend stuff?
Legends.
Oh,
I'm just
then
talking. Yeah, I'm
throw all
talking
that
about.
out.
I'm talking about the franchise in general. If we're going based on the Legends timeline, the Republic was starting to form around this time period, 25,000 years.
Okay. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I asked about High Republic. That's 500 to 100 before Skywalker saga.
Yeah. But
this is way out. So this was way out there.
This would be. It would be around this time period. Excuse me. It would be around this time period, according to Legends, which they may be incorporating into this because they have taken from Legends before. Around 25,000 years before the Skywalker saga is when the Republic was starting to be formed. This is when you started to get all these these planetary civilizations were starting to connect with one another. They were starting to form the precursor to what would become the Republic. And eventually the Jedi Order would have dealings. They would interact with the early Republic government, or what would become the Republic. And that was kind of the precursor to them becoming like the defenders of the Republic that we see in the Skywalker saga. So all this stuff started around this particular time period in Legends. Now in canon, who knows if they're going to keep up with that timeline. But in Legends, it was around 25,000 years before the Skywalker saga that all of this was starting.
So then, do you think that this is the direction they should be going? Just shoot themselves past canon, away from all of that, and don't. Because there's no major things that they can do that can have major ramifications on the franchise, right? Because if you do something that's so out there and fantastical, you can just be like, well, they forgot, they lost the ability to do that. It's a dead civilization, right? Like,
just get as far away from the Skywalker saga as possible.
Yeah. So
this is interesting because again, this could stem not only into the start of the Jedi Order, but we could see the start of the Sith Order, because the Sith originated out of the Jedi Order. The Jedi Order was split into two, and the Sith Order was created out of that split. It's called the Great Schism.
Mm-hmm.
It led to a period known as the 100 Years Darkness. Again, this is all legend stuff, but I'm assuming a lot of this is going to get reincorporated somehow, some way into canon, because that's usually what they do. Not always well, but that's usually what they do. And then we could see the formation of the Republic. We could see the Jedi starting to, become intertwined with the Republic. We could see all of this getting started, because everything that we see later on, like in the Old Republic video games, what we see in the films, most of the stuff that we see gets its origin around this time period.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see if Disney can turn everything back around and fix the Star Wars that they themselves ruined.
Spoilers, they can't. I don't care how good this is. It's not going to fix it. It's not going to fix it, dude. I don't care how good this is.
Speaking of not fixing something, no matter how much you try, Captain America Brave New World is being seen as one of the shortest Marvel films, because they have chopped and hacked that
you're better for it, Preston.
To pieces. Preston's have never seen a full Star Wars movie. Rogue One is good, but Rogue One also is cooler if you've seen everything else. A New Hope is also good.
Done up.
And then
stay away from all of them.
They all don't kind of stand on their own.
They're all terrible.
But anyway, so we've been told about this Brave New World that they've ran through this thing through multiple focus groups, tried to figure out how to make a good movie, and so they have reshot, cutscene. WWE superstar Seth Rollins was revealed to be in the Serpent Society, playing a member of the Serpent Society. He's cut out of the movie now, and probably all the Serpent Society is as well. Really, the Serpent Society should have been the plot of the movie. Like, there are plenty of characters to use with that. So, yeah, Andrew says this new Captain America movie's not looking promising. Like, I don't see this thing making anything. Like, it might review well, but like, I don't know anyone who's gonna go, and there's no hype for this. Red Hulk is the only thing people are vaguely interested in.
Yeah, I'm still gonna see it just because I'm a little interested in the plot. This movie's gonna flop. Fantastic Four is gonna flop, and Marvel's.
But I will say that Disney knows what they're doing, because they are bringing back the old villains. Like, Leader was brought back for this one. I've been waiting for Leader for a long time. We just got news of another classic MCU villain who's going to come back. Farhan Tahir will reprise his role from Iron Man in the new Vision series. You don't remember Raza from Iron Man 1?
The very first
as
villain,
people,
basically. He
very first villain, yeah. As people pointed out, he died. So not really sure how they are going to bring him back.
The snap.
But
he
resurrected.
died.
Yeah, somehow there's going to be people resurrected.
Timey-wimey bullshit. Timey-wimey
so
bullshit.
we have confirmation that Ultron will also be back in this show. So I'm almost wondering if they're going to do like some type of Vision going through the dead or something, some weird thing like that. I don't know, but very strange.
Timey-wimey bullshit.
They're not doing timey-wimey. They did it and it ruined
it's
their whole
comic
franchise.
books. It's comic books.
Well, how did
But
all
it's
the people who died from the snap come back? Like, how did Spider-Man come back?
Well, that was because that was all
Timey-wimey.
snap related. He did so. Like this guy died in Iron Man 1. He's murdered in Iron Man 1 by Obadiah Stane's like people.
Spoilers. Every death.
Fantastic Four takes place in the 60s, right?
Yes.
In an
There's
alternate
going
universe.
To be, in an alternate universe, they're going to try to tie it into the main universe, right?
Yeah. They're going to do an incursion just to bring back Raza from Iron Man 1.
I'm just saying he's going to be one of the people
They're
brought
going
back.
to reveal that somehow every death in the MCU was somehow snap related.
Aren't they trying to bring Cap back anyway? Or didn't they bring Cap? I don't know. I quit following Marvel.
Yeah.
Well, no, they will bring Cap back. That is happening. So they are bringing that. It's just more like this guy was like nobody. Like he's nothing. He's
to you, maybe.
He's so forgettable. Yeah, there's all the Raza fans out there. They just shout "Viva la Raza!" Right? They're just all
Wizard.
into it. Anyway, so we'll see about
no
this
one's
Vision.
Forgettable. No one's
Vision
forgettable.
show. No one as
There's some forgettable people.
Yeah.
Who was it that was the no one's ever really gone? Was that Luke Skywalker, right?
Yeah.
Jessica? Yeah, the
Yeah,
no one's ever
that was
really
Luke,
gone.
yeah.
And then
Well,
somehow,
you know what? No,
somehow
I'm sorry,
Raza returned.
That wasn't Luke Skywalker. That was his evil twin, Larry Skywalker, because I refuse to accept that was Luke.
Yeah.
Lance.
So,
Lance Skywalker.
Yeah, Preston wants John Walker back.
Yeah, U.S. agent's
So-
cool.
I want my time
he
I
is
wasted
good.
on
He's
Marvel
in
Cinematic
Thunderbolts.
Universe back.
Yeah, I'm
And the
glad
time that I
kinda-
wasted watching the first 3 Star Wars movies. Give me that back too.
I mean, like
I'm gonna
I
kick you in the
watched
nuts.
I watched Iron Man 1 like crazy because back at the beginning MCU days, DVD wise, it's really like you had that one first and then you watched watched Hulk. I never really liked Hulk all that much.
I watched
screw
Civil
over
War
time,
a lot because it got stuck in my laptop.
Well, in
Civil
Civil
War
War,
But I
War's
did
my
like
favorite.
it would pop up and I
Civil
would be
War's
like,
a banger.
it's a
Yeah.
banger. It got stuck in my laptop disk drive and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll let it run while I'm
Yeah.
doing some work.
It's probably my favorite Marvel movie.
I mean, everyone's great in that movie. So
Mm-hmm.
like that like as far as like character, like Black Panther's the coolest
Exactly.
in that one, and he goes off.
He's my
he
favorite
goes even in his
character in
own
that
movie.
movie.
He's lame. So
Yep.
anyway, yeah.
Mhm.
So that there's that
Peak
as
Marvel
well.
right there.
What do y'all think about
Is-
Chadwick? Fuck.
Go ahead.
Black
Chadwick Bo-
Panther getting
Uh-huh.
recast.
They should.
They have to.
They should.
They have no other. Yeah, they have no other.
Technically,
option.
they are.
He's
Technically,
dead.
they
Yeah, but
are.
Jessica.
Just
T'Challa's dead.
but T'Challa Jr. is not.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you
they've
don't?
been-
So you think it's going to be a different character?
It's confirmed to be a different. So Black Panther
They
or
have
Wakanda
to.
Forever introduces that he had a son with the girl from the first Black Panther movie.
No. I
And
understand that,
His
but
name
from
is
what I
T'Challa
understand,
T'Challa Jr. And he will just be T'Challa again,
I get
and then they just
that.
move on.
Well, that's not what I understood from the rumors. What I understood from the rumors is that it's Chadwick
I agree with you,
my God.
Andrew.
Chadwick
Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick's T'Challa is the one getting recast. It's not a new character.
It's the character. It's basically the character will be mantle passed, and they will never acknowledge that.
Have they? Is that what the rumors have been saying? Because I've heard
That's basically what like it's what Wakanda Forever set up. They literally handed to you, like here's what we're gonna do.
know,
And
but
everyone's
I'm
like,
not-
like they're not going to recast Chadwick Boseman's character. Like they're not going to do it.
I understand what the movie set up. What I'm saying is that the rumors make it seem like it's Chadwick's character that's coming back and being recast. That's what the rumors are making it out to be.
They will not do that. They will never do it. Like in X-Men 97, right? They show the Black Panther, but he's T'Chaka. The same T'Chaka who in the 90s cartoon universe died to make T'Challa the Black Panther. Because they will not, they're now going crazy and not using T'Challa in anything. they are removing T'Challa because Chadwick died. I don't know what
He's in
they're
the
doing,
Black
but-
Panther vs. Predator comic.
Yeah, like T'Challa's still around, but it's just weird because they're just like, if he's like, I guess because they thought that the X-Men 97 was going to be like MCU adjacent, or they didn't want to confuse people. I don't know, but it's very strange. So no, so basically what they're going to do is they're going to hyperbolic time chamber, and the kid's going to grow up and he's going to be Black Panther, and then they're Black Panther 3 is going to make no money, and then they're just going to be like, all right, reboot the fucker, who cares? So
I mean, I hope you're right, because if it was Chadwick's T'Challa that they're recasting,
yeah, they should have done that. They should have done it right away. Like they should have. Wakanda Forever should have taken place during the snap. Retcon the fact that Shuri was on a hologram said to have been snapped. Right, that's it. Retcon that. Take it place during the 5 years where T'Challa was snapped, so that you could mourn him and you could do the whole like thing. And then you could do what they did where they mourn Chadwick while also mourning T'Challa, right? And then he comes back and he's a different actor, and then we move on. We James Rose it. You know, look, I'm here. It's me. Let's move on. So,
I mean, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Personally,
and they should have just recast it. They never should have not recast. Like they should have just they recasted Thunderbolt Ross as the same situation. Like the guy died, they recasted him, and now we have Red Hulk. Harrison Ford is Red Hulk. Like, so Andrew says at this point, Marvel needs to just stop and give themselves 5 years to reboot the MCU with a new young cast. Since they have, I would give it more than 5 years. Like, do some one-off movies that aren't connected to anything, but like, don't try to do another MCU for a while. You know, like Doctor Who, swap every actor every few years. I mean, you can do that too. That's what I mean. That's like Batman. What Batman does. Batman,
yeah, but those are
Superman
different
movies, right?
continuities.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you do that. You don't try to like make it. You don't try to keep it going with the same guy, like with a different guy, but within the same universe. I mean, you could. It's just if you really cared about audience retention and all that. But anyway, so we have some addendums to last week's stories. You know, we talked about the Switch 2, right? And Nintendo not releasing anything, but Nintendo did tweet. They do have an announcement. I don't know if you saw this, Jessica, but they really were like, let's give the people what they want with their handhelds. Yeah.
Christ.
So you can buy a Lego Game Boy in October. They were
Hell
ready.
yeah.
They were like, let's give the people what they want.
I'm in.
But there is some small bit of hope, as a rumor has been circulating. The Switch 2 will be announced tomorrow.
Woo!
We've been really.
Let's something
just
I will
end this.
continue to look at and go, meh, I might get one. And never buy.
Bull dookie.
So, I mean, well,
have they released anything on it? Has there been any leaks, like specs wise?
There's been leaks. They've been leaking the Switch 2 for since the Switch 1 came out.
Quote unquote leaks.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
We talked about this last week. I remember when the Switch was all like the year and a half. We went through all the Switch leaks and rumors when it was called the NX, and the only thing that was true about it is that it was a home console handheld hybrid, pretty much. That's it.
I mean, that's what the Wii U was. It just had to be in range of the dock.
Well, yeah. So I don't consider that a true handheld, though.
I mean, I had one. I could walk around my house playing it.
If you can't take it with you anywhere, it's not a true handheld.
It's a handheld. You can hold it in your hands.
But
you know what? It's not going to be.
I can hold my PS5 in my hands if I wanted to. I got big hands.
And play it.
There was fake.
Hey, put your pun counter up there, buddy, because that was a good one.
No, that's not a pun. That was me just being like, no, it's in your hands, right? That's not a pun.
Dude, I'm about to say
that's me being a smart ass.
There was fake models of.
Wow.
I'm gonna make
killing me, dude.
Yeah, good one, Wiz.
But you know what? But Stream Elements still is ragging on you because it won't count the puns for you.
Yeah,
it's literally detracting you in real time.
Well, I wrote like pun counter at this number, and it's just not displaying it for whatever reason. So I got
because it doesn't believe your lies.
I got to go back under the hood, and we'll sort that out. There's another counter that's out there too. It's not a pun one, but we didn't trigger it. But if we do, I'll have to add to it.
All these like snares and traps that you set for your guests, man.
It's not a trap. It's something that we have started doing. That it's like I should make a counter for when we do it because it randomly comes up. So
you know what? The leaks that haven't come out about this Switch though, and I just want to make this clear. It's not going to be a clamshell. How do you feel about that, Jessica?
I would be very sad if that turned out to be the case. But look, I'm telling you right now, all these
you just want to go back to a DS. That's all you want.
All these leaks and it was such a good design, man.
But it was so tiny and dumb.
Just make it a little bigger. It'll be fine. Look, I'm telling you right now, all these leaks and rumors about the Switch 2, most of them are going to end up being bullshit.
No.
So with this, the reason this one's building up is it's coming from a known like insider, right?
Yeah, my cousin's uncle's father's dog works at Nintendo.
You know, it said this was the Switch 2. We talked about last week the possible Switch 2 was leaked out from an Amazon listing for a case design, right? So we'll just see. We'll see what happens with that. I'm not, you know, it's a very easy thing to disprove when it doesn't come out.
What do you think
tomorrow,
they're gonna
right?
do the price point on? What do you? I mean, because everybody else went up on their console prices. What do you think?
Well, and
Think
the other
Switch is gonna go up on the price point, like they
the
did
other
the
thing
OLED?
is that the hardware seems to be in line with the PS4. And people were saying like that's going to suck, and people were like, "Well, the PS4
No.
could run some good, especially if
Have
it's
really
mobile.
good games,
take it,
man.
Take it with you, right?"
Yeah.
I don't think
Andrew
they'll go up on
tipped
the
me
price
$1.
point.
Thank you, Andrew.
Is that your first tip?
No, Preston.
No,
was the first tip.
Preston said
You weren't here for it.
Oh, okay.
No,
I didn't
I
know you
think-
had that set up. I would have been your first guy. I would have gave you five
That's what you get
bones.
for hanging out with the Ruby.
I don't think they're going to.
I promised Ruby I would do that stream. Okay, look, I have more friends than you, Wizard. All right, you're not my only
Whoa.
friend.
You should have just said that second part first, and then it would have been.
Oh, okay. So you take offense to
oh,
the way I structure my sentences. I have I have verbal dyslexia.
Yeah, show the
That
message. I'll have to
explains
look.
so much.
I'll have to look up the message just to read it because I turned message off just in case like it was gonna be something crazy.
I don't think the price point is going to go up.
Mike Wheeler says starting at $350.
I
could see that.
Well, here's why I don't think it's going to go up.
What was the OLED price point?
$350, I think.
Okay.
But I don't think it's going to go up, and here's why. Series S is $299, right? So that is
Bro, you hang your hat on that Series S price point so much. That is a fart in the wind of a console.
That is a current gen console where you can play
nobody wants.
Where you can play any current gen game on it. All right. Now, if the Switch 2, let's just say it's going to be as powerful as a PS4 Pro, there is no reason for it to exceed $299.
So I got to read here. Andrew says with his $1 tip, he said, "I saw someone make a 3D print model of the Switch 2, and it is speculated that the wand's magnetically attached to the screen. The Joy-Con.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Because that was one of the things that whenever I hold it, that's one of the things that when I hold a Switch, I go, ugh, this feels so cheap. And then you look at the graphics on the actual, the hardware itself, and you go, ugh. Because I don't care about playing it on my TV. I want it for when I travel, right? So like I'm in Birmingham right now, right? And I would, instead of bringing my PS5, I just bring my Switch, play some Final Fantasy or something like that. Right. But every time I look at the graphics on that screen, I go, oh, these are muddy and terrible. So we'll see. I don't know. I might get one. Who knows?
Well, I think we're all going to get one.
I mean, you haven't even got a next gen console right now. So,
I mean,
you'd go Switch first? Aren't
have
you a Sony pony?
Hey guys, I have a PayPal, Cash App, a Venmo. If you want to help your boy,
oh, you don't get to do that on my show.
System.
Yeah, what do you?
Oh,
Nice.
No.
You gotta shoot
No,
your
sir.
shots, Jessica. I respect it.
Don't you dare do that and disrespect Wizard that way.
This coming from the
only
guy
cynic disrespect me.
that shamelessly
Exactly.
plugs
Thank
his
you,
show in every single other person's
Look,
chat.
because
I have no show.
No.
I'm
I'm talking about Wizard. I'm talking about
because
Wizard.
I had a show. I had a channel with the lowest subs of anyone besides Cynic, and so I have to pick up my my scraps where I can.
I'm only like 85 subs behind Wizard, and I have 0 content on my channel.
Yeah. It's funny. I've pointed out that
Because you have
of
so many
the
friends.
Snowman, Swan, and Cynic all are tied with the exact same amount of subs. and
Wait,
Cynic's the only one without a video.
wait.
Swan and Snowman both have a video.
I didn't know I had
Swan
that
has
many subs.
Swan has content.
Yep, Swan has content.
Hold up,
She's a content creator.
Feet vids.
Let me guess.
Nothing but feet vids.
The
Specifically the ball of the foot, no toes.
The only video she's got is all the reasons I
That
want
would be
to punch.
insane.
No, bro. The only
That's
video
the premium content.
The
You have to
only
pay
get-
for that.
that's what she's got for channel memberships. The only video she's got is all the reasons I want to punch Jessica James in the face.
Uh-huh.
It's like, dang, girl, why?
You're really obsessed with her wanting to punch you in the face.
Dude, she
Hey,
every
going
don't
over
kink-
it for
don't-
like 2
don't
days,
kink
man.
shame, Cynic. Don't kink
Every
Oh,
shame.
my bad. So
single-
sorry. It's
every
2025.
single-
You're right. You're right. You're right.
every
What am I
single
doing?
stream, man.
I'm ashamed of myself.
She don't like
We
me.
also
She's in
talked
love
about
with me.
last week was the Until Dawn movie, and we were wondering how they were going to do it. Well, we didn't have to wait that long because the other day
on,
or
but
yesterday
before
they released a trailer.
Before we go into this, I mean, Until Dawn was basically a movie.
Yeah.
Why do a movie?
Why not?
Because
It was
not
literally an
everyone plays
interactive movie, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
my cousin, I sat there and he was like, "Play this game for me," and he was like, "This is better than watching a movie." It was
Yeah.
great,
So
and we got
well,
drunk,
we'll
and then
we'll
just
see
stuff.
when they talk about it. Where's the sound there?
I can't hear it. Yeah,
I know. I'm trying to.
Gary Doberman.
As a huge fan of the Until Dawn game and how cinematic it was, I thought a lot about how we can continue the story without just giving the audience the same experience that they got when they were playing.
The movie has sort of the
Yeah,
same
your,
tone and the same vibe, but
your
it
internet's
expands
potato
upon the universe.
What? My
Your
internet
internet
is-
is ass,
potatoed.
bro.
Yeah, it
Uh,
is. It is.
well, I was gonna
scalloped
say,
potato.
My internet has been having like terrible problems. And
Yeah,
I was
let that
hoping it
buffer
wouldn't
a
do it
little
on
bit, buddy.
stream. So normally I have better connection, but for whatever reason, the beginning of the year has just like when it made it all go to shit. But this is the last thing we got to get through. So
Yeah, your apartment manager lowered y'all's plan.
it's like my proximity away from the router. I got to buy a booster for my booster that I already have.
Wait, how far are you away from your router?
Pretty far
He's
away
at
from
his
the router.
brother's
Anyway,
house.
Experience that they got when they were playing it.
The movie has sort of the same tone and same vibe, but it expands upon the universe.
Yeah, I'll just watch this little paperback. It's
Part
fine.
of this evolution onto a screen.
One of the creative things the game did is that people make different choices and die in different ways.
is it still buffering really bad?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, don't worry. I like to watch movies at the
Alright,
bottom of a
fine.
muddy pond.
No, it's literally like for me, it's playing fine, and even like when I look at it on here, it's fine. So I have no
One
idea.
second.
Anyway, I'll
You
just
want
say
to put
I'll
that in the
just say what
private
they-
chat, and then I'll play it.
Kind of reminds me of
Um,
bootleg DVDs.
Yeah, I already closed it, but let me. Well, I can just say that what they were gonna say because it's all behind the scenes stuff, and that what they're gonna do is that the kids go to the cabin like in Until Dawn, and then the that hourglass traps them in a time loop, and so each loop they have a different kind of threat that they have to survive, basically, I guess, and that the choices that they make will determine the outcome, much like in the game. It's the characters, it's like the choices they make. And yeah, so that's basically the plot. So they're tying the theme, because we asked also what's going to be the through line. So they're tying it together that it's the like the choice of like the choice aspect and the butterfly effect, I guess, and that kind of thing. It's what
That is a
that's gonna
very
be
weak. That's a weak through line.
So I'm just
Because
saying
other
that's what I'm
games,
saying.
other games have used that style. That's not
Yeah.
unique to Until Dawn.
Yeah, but I mean, if they did a Life is Strange movie, I would expect them to adapt it as well. It's the same thing. The butterfly effect is the thing there as well. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. If anything, if it's a good horror movie, then good. If it's a bad adaptation of Until Dawn, which it's not even technically trying to be, it's just using the
name.
vague approximation of it. Yeah, like the name.
We're gonna use
and
the same narrator. We're gonna use that guy who's Russian or whatever.
Peter Stormare is in it. He's like a part
and
of
then
it,
we're
but
gonna
he's not the
give
same
it the same
guy.
name and some of the same stuff. Basically, that's it.
So if it's a crappy horror movie, then it's just gonna be like crappy, and well, what was the point of that? But
yeah, who knows?
Anyway, so that's is that all we have? I can save some stuff for that doesn't require video playing, so don't worry.
Thank you, Mike. Look at you. You earned a sub, Wizard.
Yeah,
this is our complete
you,
nerd stuff. We don't do anything.
Yeah, the no drama here. You know,
I can't even say fat.
Yeah, I can't say a bunch of stuff.
There's weed. You know.
Did you say there's weed? When? When did we get weed?
Yeah, it's true. There is weed. You missed that.
Damn it.
You miss everything not being at the beginning. I'm telling you.
Ruby ruined my whole day. I don't even like weed.
It's just really.
I hung out with a black dude earlier, so it'd be nice if I had some now. Take the edge off. Ooh.
Yeah, thank you, Mike Wheeler, for subscribing. Yeah, I guess we can just do pinned at the top of the chat as always is our Q&A, and where you can ask us anything about the topics we discussed or what's on.
You can't ask me nothing unless you super chat $1.
I mean, we could start doing that, but that's just no fun. We already have it all kind of
for me,
isolated in its own folder. But
Ruby, control your racism.
It is what's good. You know, Cynic goes on those other streams and he gets it all out of his system, and he comes here and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I've only messed up one time, unlike these two guys. Terrible co-host.
I messed up one time only as well.
You
just messing up every day.
Wait, when did I mess up?
You showed up.
Oh,
you would
talk Star Wars.
Well, I'll throw. I did promise these that I would kind of mention. You guys had these. You had your interests, so I'll throw these out here. We'll get these out of the way.
Yeah.
So we talked about this a little bit on Saturday while I was playing Rivals. While I was playing, you might have seen a storm in the background. These really just for you two, but Cynthia Erivo wants to play Storm in the MCU.
People got so mad about this. They were so up in arms about this. And I looked at it and I went, if she does some, if she goes to the gym and puts on a little weight, yeah, I can see it.
I agree. Like,
I think it would be perfect.
After Wicked, she could do almost anything.
She's an amazing actress. I don't care how left-wing or crazy you think she is in interviews. She is a really good actress in that movie.
Yeah.
Everybody that's going around saying no.
Yeah, if she wants to be Storm, I'm absolutely
I'm here
cool
for
with that.
Yeah. We're the only two that saw the movie here, right? Like, Snowman didn't go see it.
No,
I still haven't seen it now.
Yeah, so the two virgins on the panel didn't go see it.
I missed it. It was my local theater. I thought was going to have it, but they skipped over it, I think. So I missed it.
Really? As much money as it made? They said, nah,
I don't
we
think,
don't want
not
money.
like they, or it's that the other, because the one local theater that's across the street gets the movies that the other theater like takes out of service and like sends it over. So they might be leaving Wicked in that one for longer. And so it's not,
and then
it's just
it'll
not
come
over there yet. But otherwise,
yeah,
I was just looking, I'm like,
yeah.
They had one that was like very recent. And I'm like, why is this here? This should be like taking a while. So I think they just,
it's just making money, man.
Over there.
It's just making buku bucks for. It is. I mean, I know like everybody wants to make fun of it because it's not a dude movie. But if you like cinema,
I think she should play Leech.
Look, I'm gonna let the internet in on a little secret. Every time that somebody like the internet goes crazy, oh, it's so feminine and stuff. Listen, over half the human race does not have a penis.
We get it. You like women, you homo.
I don't even use mine, so can I count on that?
There are more women. There are more women.
Wizard, can you call him the F slur?
Yeah, right.
No, I'm not.
There are
Yeah,
more
someone gotta say
women on this planet than there are men.
Wicked soars past E.T. in box office numbers. So let's see. I'm trying to find out how much money it's made right now. So it's made almost $700 million.
Mike Wheeler asked you to check your DMs. Doesn't mean we're gonna shill.
It's gonna be another. Mike just sends me penis pictures all the time. He's like, "Can you check this long?" And I'm like, "Hey,
you're cheating on me with someone, aren't you?"
But I just delete them. You know what I mean? I'm like,
okay,
"No,
that's
sir." I'm loyal.
one dick pic kind of person.
I'm a one dick pic kind of man. You know?
Yeah.
I will share this. Hold on. Let me open it in a different tab. I will do this.
He says have it. I did see that Storm has a comment. Like Storm's getting like kind of like a resurgence. Well, I say I will shill you, Preston. I just I don't know Mike Wheeler all that well. I don't
Mike's
get
good
sued.
people. He's just he just
parodies.
doesn't like CG. And I understand his bone that he picks. So
however, Mike, I mean, the tip link is there, man. I mean, like, I'll do anything. I'll do anything for money.
Go ahead and share. Go ahead. Hey,
we got that recorded.
I'll do a lot of strange for some change.
Oh, I see. I mean, I got to make a comic too. I mean,
look at that.
Help a brother out.
That's good stuff right there.
Yeah. So I don't want his Storm. I was like this kind of like the press release. The press
interviewee.
Tour.
Yeah, the press tour.
The press tour Wicked people.
But
yeah, they were.
Take the way she looked in Wicked in that photo we just saw. Turn that same hair white. Right?
Yeah,
turn that hair white. She's got to put some meat on her bones. I said that, right? And then you've got it. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing.
Yeah. So, yeah, it'll be. I've already seen like people throw out their fan castings for Storm when in the wake of all this, right? And it's like it should be this. Should be that.
Halle Berry wasn't a good Storm in my opinion. She was too Americanized.
Yeah.
You know what? She's a little too boring.
Yeah, she was.
They wanted her to do the accent, and she wouldn't do it.
Well, see,
Halle Berry would do a lot.
I mean, she's got that Afrikaans accent, which is almost British. And what's her name from Wicked is British, so she would do the accent.
That's true.
I'm telling you, man. I think it's a good choice. Hey, call me crazy, but
no, there's another word I'd call you.
Sexy.
Loud. Well, I'll call you that
anyway.
all the time.
This
Bricked
one
up?
is this one's speaking of bricked up. This one is made specifically for Snowman. So wake up over there, buddy. As
boned up.
There is now developing the idea for an Alien Romulus sequel.
Oh shit!
Wherever we go, we can go into uncharted
Alien
waters.
Romulus versus
It's going to be Alien Romulus is what it's going to be.
Romuli.
I heard
Alien Romuli.
I heard Ridley Scott is interested in continuing the David storyline though.
Hey, somebody ban Ruby in the chat. I'm not gonna hear his slander.
We gotta bring it on. She would be a horrible Storm.
Listen,
I think she's got acting chops for it. That's the thing. Like she's got.
She's a very good actress. I'm not gonna lie.
If Ruby thinks someone would be terrible for a job, that's an automatic hire.
Exactly, because Ruby doesn't know his left from his right. So.
Yeah, it's also true. But he knew port and starboard, and he knew
that.
Yeah,
well, that's because he worked on a boat once. Yeah, he worked on a boat once.
So if I turn around, my left hand is now my right hand.
So you telling me in a quantum physical loop, right? That my left hand turned to my right hand, and then when I do the flip flop, that it turned back to my left hand on my right. That's what it is.
That shit drove me.
Can't even be mad. It's accurate. I was there. I was on ground zero trying to explain to him his left and his right. And then I thought it was settled, and I come back and they're like, no, it's worse now. I'm like, how'd it get worse?
How does the water get muddier? Well, so you're telling me that when I flip flop with the dive and then it cross path with the Fenarian grams, that it just swap like that?
You can't swap your hand when you go to shake it. This is just switch sides.
He literally said that. So your left hand turns to your right when it crosses your body.
We should have just rolled with that.
We screenshot that, and that should be an opening,
bro. We should have just said, yes, Ruby, it's magic. All right, it's just magic. Yeah, that's how it works.
And also, Jessica, your special picked thing, I'm going to save because I imagine it'll get you on a big long kind of thing. So the Kingdom Hearts Crossroad thing, we'll save that for another time.
Well,
no, I said we're saving it.
Kingdom of Hotaru.
We have pinned, like I said, top of the chat. They ask us anything, little light, little light this week. That's all right. That's okay. I mean, you can always click it now and throw in anything. We don't got Grumpy.
Yeah, Grumpy did show up. He got mad because Snowman critiqued his art too hard.
I didn't say anything about his shit.
Yeah, he did. That's what he said. He's like, I hate Snowman. Well, y'all look at
yeah, he said you did.
Well,
say
everyone's a pussy ass bitch then.
Yeah, they don't draw boners.
Hey, where's the boners at? That was Snowman's only critique. It was just all caps.
Well, I mean,
5
this
exclamation
could
marks.
probably win you an award, but there's really no boners. I'm not seeing
It just
one
said
boner.
it just said boners at question mark exclamation.
Anyway, so speaking of Snowman, Summer Swan winner Raven asks, why does he go by Snowman when he is so obviously hot?
Oh shit, dude.
Snowman.
Man, I'm all bonered up.
Yeah, now the blood has dripped onto his drawing that he was doing.
Yeah, dude. I have to throw away this old Snowman comes from, it's actually my rap name, so my friend came up with it. I forget how it came about, actually.
Yeah, both of you were in like rap things, weren't you?
Yeah. I was in 2 rap groups,
Were you
Point
really?
Blank Entertainment and Paperboy Entertainment.
Yeah, you've talked about this before, I remember.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You probably both thought the other one was joking, though.
I was like, I'm dead serious. I recorded my first rap song in a pink Hollister shirt with a bunch of
that's some old school white boy shit.
Yeah, with a bunch of white dudes who thought they were black dudes and a black producer, and it was the funniest shit to me in the world.
Preston asked, "Rap battle win."
Dude, I haven't freestyled in forever. I don't. Even know
I'll write it. I'll write both lines for you.
You'll be a ghostwriter for me.
Yeah, I'll go. No, for both of you. We'll be like epic rap battles, right? I'll write it and you guys do it.
I remember. My first diss track to each other. My first verse went something like
Jessica the whole time.
I actually found Cynic's like old rap. One of the lines he used was my posse is big and it's just getting bigger, and that's because Jesus Christ is my.
Oh yeah.
That was like old school, right?
That's sick.
I do remember my first verse started something like it was like, yeah, it's Little P rolling clean in the Caprice, busting out the gate as if you want to try to step to me. I think it was the first line I ever heard.
I have lost so much respect for you.
It was great though. I have to see if I remember the whole verse sometime.
I will never get a boner for the rest of my life after hearing that.
Mike Wheeler says Cynic's definition of freestyle is cupping the nuts with both hands.
Nah, dude. If freestyle means I go one-handed, fucking hack.
Freestyle means
Ruby King says you got it.
Jesse James and Jaywalk. Check the stats before you talk. Yeah, that's how it goes. I'm gonna have to remember that whole verse.
I could see the upside down visor and like
no, I didn't even wear hats back then. I was literally I was
sweatbands on your wrist.
Super preppy kid, right? Like I was a super preppy dude at that time. and I wore
Letterman
Hollister. No, I wore a Hollister.
I am gonna skip it, Ruby.
I wore a pink Hollister t-shirt with Hollister camo cargo shorts with flip flops.
Yep, I know the look. I've seen it all too often.
It's great.
Yeah, look
Ruby
was
there.
popular as fucking like when I was in high school.
You know what to do. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Listen, the wolves are at the door, and old cynic might be let go of his job and kicked out of his house. So listen. You laugh. Anyway,
this is horrible.
What are you gonna fire me? Is that what you're gonna do? All right.
You didn't.
I'll go hang out
No,
with
you
old
didn't
dudes.
hear. You didn't hear what I said. Ruby King asked, "What is Cynic's persona name?" It's anti-Jew the cow.
Yay!
So there you go.
Wizard gets me.
And then Preston asked, Wizard, say one nice thing about each of the panel. Now we can do this either the funny way or the real gay way. Which ones do you prefer?
Why not
Whatever you're
both?
feeling, champ.
Why not
I'm
both?
feeling down for a little gay sex.
You want, what I'm saying, do you want the gay way?
Yeah, I want to hear something nice about me for the first time in 6 months.
Yeah.
All right.
Men don't get that often.
Just for that, you're going last. Snowman. Snowman is really creative, and he has a good head on his shoulders for the comic, DC comics and stuff like that. And I like talking art styles with him.
Fuck yeah.
Jesker had the most enjoyable
bleeding
streams
coming.
when I was joining on as a guest. I would always look forward to joining his and shooting the shit all the time.
Your
And
disingenuousness and insincerity is very much.
no, this is me being 100% genuine. Cynic helped me through a lot, and I am very grateful for that. And yeah, he's very good, very good friend. So there you go. And also
Dude,
fuck
I'm
him a
tearing
little
Bone up.
because he's the only one that I can.
Coming and bleeding.
Yeah. So.
I'm the only one that you can what?
Well, I'm saying the only one that I can picture is like ugly face when he laughs, and it just makes the laugh 10 times worse. His laugh just grates my ears.
Yes.
I'm a happy person. I can't help it.
I'll be the only person that you probably streamed with to tell you to turn away from the microphone
No.
instead of aiming right at it. Anyway, if no one's gonna throw in any more questions, then guess that's all we have for tonight. And then, like I said, next week we'll be back with WoW Wednesday, and then a Thursday the night after, which we do have some news. It's funny how, like, because I wanted to do it, and then I was like, we got this, the new Immortal Thor came out, we can maybe talk about that. But then it's like, oh look, like 2 Thor stories just randomly happen to come out. It's cool. Like that's nice. And there was some talk about Thor being able to, or whether or not he'd win against Shazam. Right now, it's like, do I make him sit through it? But nah, I'm not gonna make you sit through me debating all that. Even though Thor would beat Shazam, as it is canonly proved that he would. Anyway,
did we even talk
thanks.
about the Romulus thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just were like ham, and then I was like, all right.
Yeah, we moved.
None
on.
of us saw it. That was all for you. So if you want to go, then you can go.
You go.
All right. Anyway, I mean, Jesker talked about too about Ridley Scott wanting to do the Fassbender thing. I'm interested in that. I haven't seen the movies, but I've kind of following the lore along. But I like that how wild that is, and I want to see it connected. And we still haven't really gotten that. Like, I want to see how he makes the xenomorph that we see, right? I want to see all that, So
yeah, I think the David stuff and the engineer stuff I think is really fascinating.
All right, fellas, I gotta head out. I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah, we're gonna be going here soon. Bye, Cynic. He had to go cry after I gave him after I talked so nice about him. So, Preston, of course, is so sweet,
And you
those
go,
twinks.
girl.
And you go, girl, as well. Like I said, those twinks. Anyway, so thank you, Preston, Ruby, for showing up. Mike Wheeler, thanks for joining the channel every Wednesday, and occasionally on random other streams. You can harass Cynic all you want. No problems here, and with no drama. Like I said, no drama. Barely really any CG. Really, just we're all making books except Jesker. But he's got a book. He doesn't have a comic book.
You got a book, Jessica? Really?
Well, I mean, it's not out yet. I'm still working on it.
But a novel?
Yeah.
Nice, man. What kind of novel is it?
It's gonna be like a fantasy novel. It's I'm gonna give an update on it soon. I'll go more into detail, but I've done some videos on it in the past and everything.
Sorry to interrupt, Wiz.
Ruby is really making me consider changing the name of the main character, though.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because of a certain beef that he's in with a certain person whose name begins with T.
Oh God, just know what the fuck
funny.
you want.
Yeah, just do whatever.
Shut up,
right?
Ruby.
I got a character. Snowman knows this. I got a character in one of my other characters named in my other books named Ruby. I don't care.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, fuck Ruby.
Fuck Ruby. Now, thank
when it comes
you,
to art, fuck 'em.
Moo Buckaroo, and thank you, Andrew, for the tip, and thank you, Preston, for the very first tip of my YouTube career that I get to actually keep.
Yeah.
Preston says he's working on 2 comics soon, and I'm working on a whole thing with mine. Like I said, go to my coffee, and you will, you can follow along. You can pay me money to support the venture and follow along with the, with all that, and you'll get updates. As Snowman just grossingly burps into the microphone.
It's just soak it in, man.
There's a mute button for a reason, Snowman.
He doesn't use it, and we love him for it.
Don't speak
anyway,
for me.
Thank you. What do you like? I mean, you like him more than Cynic. You got to.
It's natural.
Oh wait, hold on. He's back.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was went over to Dave's and fucking Ethan Ralph is on there, so I dipped out.
Oh my god.
Well, just enough time for us to back out. But thank you, Snowman. Thank you, Jesker. Thank you, Cynic, for coming on, and we will see you next week. I'm going to play the outro.